Well, well, well. Well, well, well. Hola, amigos. How's everybody doing? How we feeling? Vehicle Nation, how we feeling? I'm excited to be here. With all the lads, hopefully, eventually. A couple at least. Can I not see the stream chat, or is there just no one saying it? Okay, okay, no one's chatting. Okay, then it's fine. I thought it was a problem on my end. But yeah, morning or evening. I know tends to be a good chunk of people coming in from
looking forward to
Southeast Asia in these morning streams.
car from Operation Reserve Team.
How are we feeling?
Reporting in.
Are we ready to read everyone's favorite hobby?
My name is Adnakiel. I'm a sniper from Laterano.
Ready to be
Although
skibbity?
I'm not yet certified to carry.
I'm just gonna do my little daily stuff first.
Lancy Fang, Captain of Reserve
Hopefully
Team
everybody who
A1.
wants to be here
My
starts
team
to
and I will
kind
do our
of
best to
come
serve
in
Rhodes Island.
from there. Had this tab muted. Wow. Hater. Such a hater. Has to come in here with a muted tab. I get it. Oh, as you can see in the top left, it might happen. Maybe whenever the test comes out, like next week, we may have it, and we may be able to do that. Which surprises me, because honestly, I didn't expect.
I can't say for
I didn't expect
what
it.
might happen next.
Because I've been quite critical of aspects of HG and Enfield in general, and Enfield maybe, yeah. Like I'm still going to be honest about it. It doesn't seem like they have any kind of thing where like, oh, we're giving you this access, so you better be nice. So I think I am still legally allowed to be truthful. And there's definitely some things, like I can already tell you, there's gonna be some things that are good that are definitely gonna get criticized. I've already on the channel made a community post talking about my feeling on the designs.
I wonder
which
if
I
the
don't
people
think
at
that
Rhodes
highly of.
Island are nice.
That'll be mentioned, I'm sure. Whenever I actually get to Enfield.
Is there a soundproof room here?
Hello,
My
Lee.
fingers are itching for guitar strings so bad.
Welcome to the stream. It's good to have some criticism, to be fair. Yeah, I mean, I intend on... I honestly am probably going to make the Enfield beta test video kind of similar to the Worth a Week videos. Because, I mean, I assume the beta test kind of has you at, like, almost the start of the game. Or what is currently in the build, the start of the game. And then from there, you can see everything. So it'd almost be like, you can judge all of the stuff that's happening based upon... just based upon how much you like it, because it'll probably be like the start. So it would be like if someone was new playing, and then obviously, depending on what they
Are you
change
interested in my instruments?
for the
I can
actual
teach you how to
game,
play.
who knows? Also, I'm very curious if there's gonna be like if there's like a gacha system in the betas, because I never looked at it before. Like I never looked at it when other people were doing it, because I was sad that I didn't get it. So I have no idea what to even expect. I have no idea what to... So I'm like coming in blind, which should be fun. That should be exciting. Coming into it completely blind.
Now that's styling.
How many people do I have that are tired? Think it has a gacha system? Yeah. The only thing I'll say about if the open beta has a gacha system, if anyone spends money on the beta, they're crazy. They're actively insane. Probably won't have YouTube, because I think I have... No, I don't have the money makers. I have to go Kafka in these two.
Did I see a red shadow flash by?
There's a couple other things that I've been thinking about doing on stream. This is obviously going to be one of them. We're going to be doing more event reading. Let's see how close we are to finishing all of these dailies.
Welcome home, Doctor.
You can't spend money on the... Yeah, good. Good that you can't, because I was gonna say it. That's crazy. If you could spend money on the beta and people would do it, that's crazy. Oh my god. I might not have been playing that much Arknights. Okay, we have a lot of this shit to burn. Oh. So let's just complete the dailies by doing a little bit of this. By just skipping through. I haven't done a bunch of them. This is the old classic. I always total proxy on this one. Always. The classic. Like the second one. That would be great. Just imagine, like, what would go through your mind if you do that?
Doctor.
Like, well, I know this is only like very limited access and it's not the real game, so it's gonna be closed 100% soon. But might as well spend money anyways. Like, that's a little crazy. It's a little irresponsible even. Yeah, like so other things that I've kind of thought of doing on stream, because obviously the Arknights, the story reading, that's going to be a thing, and maybe playing new events depending on how things shake out. That could be on there. The Enfield beta test, that I'm going to stream that a couple times definitely. Another thing that I've kind of... Thank you for freezing, PC. Very cool. Very cool of you. Thank you. Glad you did that. Another thing that I'm thinking is just playing more games. Which is always a bit of a sad proposition because they tend to just, by default, pretty much do way worse than Arknights. Which makes sense. Obviously, it's an Arknights channel, so branching out to do anything else becomes hard. Cliff, no. That will not happen. There will be no Cliff repeats. That boss fight I still think is absolute ass. I love when we design a character to just not be interacted with. Ooh, record restoration update. Oh, I haven't unlocked any of these stories. Oh, well, fuck you, Flamebringer. You know, I at least try to watch. Yeah, I respect that, Laffy. I respect that. There's other things that I've thought of doing. There's like challenge runs and like childhood games that I've thought of doing. There's like a bunch of stuff. Where is this event? There's the chicken. All right. Well, it's decently long, so we might as well get going here. Will we finish it? We'll see. Oh my god, flowers. No. The man steps into the room. The woman in the wheelchair utters not a word. I assume this is Anduin and Lemwin. Been a while since I've read it though. He tidies up the notes and documents scattered across the table. He swaps the withered flowers and the vase out for fresh ones. In there for the league stream when I didn't even play. Yeah, you were there. You were there. Can't thank you. No problem, Dorian. Thank you for the. Oh my god, Dorian. Thank you. That's like 25 buckaroonies. That's very generous. I won't even tell everyone to say thank you, Dorian, because I'm so grateful. Because I know you hate that when people do that, Dorian. So don't do that, chat. Don't all say thank you, Dorian. She continues reading her newly borrowed book, as if she takes no notice of him. It is silent. The shadow people. God, what is with these freezes, PC? What are we doing right now, buddy? All right. Let's real quick, chat. We're gonna, I'm gonna real quick. We're gonna swap you over to the intro screen, and I'm gonna pull up a task manager, close everything that's not essential to the stream, and hopefully that'll calm my PC down a bit because it's been a real nuisance. It's been a real nuisance trying to get this thing maybe closing Vanguard will help. Maybe that'll work a miracle. Let's close Steam. That's unessential right now. Alright, client. Overall. Get rid of all that, hopefully. Even if just a little bit. Even if just a little bit, that'll help us out. Okay. Okay, we're back. We're back. I think we're good. Alright, so let's see if you can fix. Yeah, PC is in the thick of it. Yeah, it is in the thick of it. And everybody knows who I've talked to because I've mentioned it. And it's affected me. And generally in like a Discord call, you can hear it affecting me. Perhaps because all there is to say has long since been said. Or perhaps because it's not yet time for that which shouldn't be said. Flowers. Without warning, the man speaks. Fuck. Oh, you can hear where my voice is resting right now. You can hear that I didn't warm up my voice at all. I woke up like 2 hours ago. A little hungover because I got drunk playing Baldur's Gate 3 last night. She'll be back soon. The Legati spent so long preparing for this meeting, of course she will. How long will you stay? I'm just cracking open a bottle of juice and drinking straight from the bottle while I'm reading this. That should quickly start to warm me up. Until I finish what I must do. For all I can accomplish here is the delivery of the Lateran people's souls. Oh, Steam, turn off Vanguard, turn off the accent. I'm not Supa, Dorian. I'm not Supa. I don't have an accent I can turn off. Well, it froze again for a little bit, so we're not fixed, but we're stuck with it now at this point. We're just in the thick of it. I should go. Don't come back. Fuck you. The man stands silent for a while before turning and leaving the room. I do wonder if perhaps the windowed mode is affecting it somehow. The woman pushes her wheelchair up to the window. She opens it and looks out. She's watched the sun. It's so bad. Why is it so bad today? The whole thing just crashed. My goodness. Maybe Google Play is having a bigger part of the. Maybe the Google Play emulator is having a bigger part in this than I initially assumed. Maybe it's more the fault of the Google Play emulator. Come on, Google Play emulator, load back up. Do I have to bust out the old task manager? Close anything that's remaining up? Give me your feedback. Well, my feedback is why'd your ass crash, bro? Give me Arknights. I was thinking about playing Blue Archive for the worth of weeks, and then I found out you can't even install it on this, so I was like, you know what? Thank God I don't have to do that, because that's something that people voted on a while ago, and I was going to finally fulfill people's demands, but you can't even find it on the Google Play emulator, so I don't have to. I can't fulfill those demands. Sorry to all those people months ago who voted for that. Fuck you. Drink it straight to the tummy, the cat. Yeah, okay. You know, how about this? We'll see if this doesn't lag so badly. Maybe the Google Play emulator just can't handle full screen. I'm good now. Vinny and Nikki, maybe Dorian, maybe. Yeah. But now I've showed that no one can blame me. Any of the people who voted for Blue Archive can't blame me. Because I was thinking about finally doing it for the people who voted for it, but I can't. Also, look at that Amiya L2D skin. That's our daughter. No, I don't want to talk with her. No! I don't want to talk with her. She's a fraud. Okay, we can like readjust some things. We can readjust some things on the stream and just see if this works out better. We can also just go back to this size, and then I can like I can on the OBS like zoom in on this size so I don't have to full screen or anything, and it still works, and that could be helpful. We need the stability. Oh, I just realized I still had my desktop audio off. Whoops, that would have been just my voice. Okay, so let's Let's see if we can specifically get... See if we can specifically get this. Okay, look at that, look at that. Look at that. Now, we just... Whoop. Whoop. Oh, God. Wait, real quick. The chat was behind it. There we go. Now the text on top, too. Okay, now we gotta just... Fill. 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 There we go. Look at that. Now we're cooking. Now we're, as the music triumphantly crescendos, now we're cooking. Oh, like half the people who were in the chat have left. They were so disappointed in the start. Okay. Go on, Andewine, and go on, talk you two, talk. Spit your shit, spit your shit. Push a wheelchair up the window, opens it and looks out. She's watched the sun rise and set over Laterano countless times through this window frame. But the window frame is kind of shit. God damn it. What is wrong with you, Google Play Emulator? I was struggling with BlueStacks. That's why I went back to you. You emulators always sucking. I swear. The city is as noisy as ever tonight. The Laterans being strangers to both tranquility and exhaustion. So what of tomorrow on? Are we gonna have to pull out the Arknights story reader, bro? Are we gonna have to pull out the Arknights story reader at this point? That would be crazy. If it crashes again, we're pulling out the Arknights fucking story reader. We're pulling out the guy. We're going to the website. We're pulling out the damn fucking story reader. Mama, drink some hot water. Good girl. Mama's all right. Mama, I'll read you a storybook. Cecilia, my darling Cecilia. Did Moo play her before? I think I tried to install it, and then my PC kept saying it was a virus, so I didn't install it, and I went with something else. If I remember correctly, Laffy. Mama really hates to leave you. Are you gonna leave me, Mama? No. Mama's never ever wanted to leave you, except when you were born. I really did then. She's just got no choice. Where are you going, Mama? Can I go with you too? Is that okay? You can't go where I'm about to go, Cecilia. It's very cold, very lonely, and so empty. I'm going to Sweden. Well, I'll go with you. Well, I'll be with you so you won't be lonely. No. You know what they do to children in Sweden. String them up and kill them. I'm sorry, Cecilia. Your childhood should have been so much more blessed. I have been blessed with you, Mama. Cecilia, listen now. Listen. I'm listening, Mama. I'm listening. I won't be able to look after you soon. Someone will come pick you up. Go with him. He'll take you to Papa. God fucking hell. Mama will look after you for me, okay? Every other sentence, it's freezing. What is wrong with this fucking PC? God damn. I wonder, do I have a warranty on some of these parts? Maybe I do. And if any of them are faulty, hopefully they're ones that I can get swapped out or otherwise fixed for not that much. Kentucky Fried Rat! I love rats! Can't you come with me? Well, I bet Papa really wants to see you. Mama has something important to do, so I can't go with you. Once you see Papa, tell him that your mama really misses him too. Also tell him I'm sorry, okay? Mama, what are you sorry for? Listen to me. Listen to your mama, Cecilia. I will, Mama. Don't cry. Cecilia, my poor Cecilia. Giving birth to you was the greatest. I straight up expected that to be a mistake, blessing in my life. But what if you find it a lifelong curse, my child? The red outside your fans. No, not crispy dinner, Dorothy's. No. I got like a plush Jerboa not long ago, and he sits on my desk right behind my microphone at all times. So Roingus is always here watching me. I always have a Jerboa to turn to in my time of need. My child, my beloved daughter, who will bless you? Who can? Doritos. Yeah. Cecilia, my darling Cecilia, hide yourself. Don't let them find you. Run away! Leave, Laterano! The mother holds her daughter's hands. Through her eyes flash a myriad of emotions until all strength finally fades from them. Sounds happy. It is happy. Okay, the door, leave Melinda, you're all falling off drink. No! Roingus knows all your dirty little secrets. He does. I can talk to him. It's like a confessional thing. Oh my god, Google Play emulator. Fucking the freezes are one thing. That I can blame on the PC. This constant not responding, that's on you. And they slowly, gently fall shut. Mama? The Sancta girl does not know what's happened. When she notices her mother's hands have turned cold, she clasps them together against her own chest, hoping to provide some warmth to her. Mom! No! There's a knock on the door. Executor Federico of the Laterano Notarial Hall on official business. Please open the door. Thank you. I have come to reach you about your car's extended warranty. Thank you. Okay, I forgot how beautiful the Laterano backgrounds are. The streets are very pretty. Sir, your check-in at the guest house has been taken care of. The rest of your day is completely free. Might not be a bad idea to have a look around. You seem quite eager the whole way. Lateran City has some very distinct architecture. Reminds me of my balls. The disease has made them significantly longer. It's like I got 2 pillars in my sack. The Roingus doesn't need to watch. He feels the same. I'm connected to all Jerboas. It's like a Sancta Halo. You can already tell the end filter will be full of technical difficulties. I'm gonna do what I can to limit it there. Hopefully I'll have time to really try more fixes, but there's some issues with that. Mostly that I have to spend pretty much the rest of today doing schoolwork, and then I pretty much have to, after, you know, those college assignments get in, I pretty much have to spend all of, like, Monday and Tuesday voice work into working on the me side video so I can finish that on time. Into Wednesday where I stream C-Squad, and then probably still gonna do the me side video after that. So I don't have a lot of time to actually try out solutions, unfortunately. You see, wasn't it worth the trip? I suppose it was. What's the schedule for tomorrow? Your meeting with His Holiness the Apostle our Pope is all set, so I'll be returning to the Basilica now. I'll fetch you tomorrow when it's time to meet him. Please enjoy your stay in Laterano during the conference. No need to worry about expenses. It is our honor to host VIPs from the world over. So you're very busy? Yeah, essentially, Laffy. That's essentially what. That's essentially, yeah. I'm a busy bee. The world over. I sure don't see how gathering all these foreigners in one place is going to get anything done. All these foreigners. Still, how can I refuse such a generous offer from His Holiness? Might as well take advantage of his hospitality while I'm here. Excellent. Now if you'll excuse me. Feel free to something. Not important. Wow. Skibbity. Is that Rich Dude number 3? That appears he is everywhere, bro. You can find Rich Dude number 3 everywhere. Bro never leaves. The architecture here sure is interesting. Columbia uses pillars like these too, but there are subtle differences. Seeing as I'm here. What are they up to over there? All set up? I'm good. How's your end? Oh yeah, they blew up a building here, I think. Done! Ezel, have we dispersed everyone in the area? Yeah, it would look like it. All the citizens likely to be directly affected, yes. Those in the secondary effect range are confirmed to be notified as well. Shall we get started then? Current time is 10:22 on March 15th, 1099. The following act of demolition is carried out with Reserve Executor Ezel of the Notarial Hall as witness. Alright, here goes. 3. What are those 3 Sancta doing standing around that pillar? 2. You 3 are the only ones around here. What gives? 1. Fire! Ha! Where'd you come from? What? What was that explosion? Something's coming down. Save me! Save me! Ah! What the fuck is this guy's problem? I have to. What? The pillars. Google Play Emulator. The pillar's falling a lot slower now. Save! What the fuck? Oh, they killed rich dude number 3. Oh my god. Spicy chicken! Spicy chicken! This is the best part of the event. Spicy chicken. Arknights story reader. We're just gonna look up. We're just gonna look it up, and we're just gonna get. Cause we just at this point, it seems like we fucking have to. Because god fucking damn it. My PC and the Google Play emulator are just not working right now very well. They're just not working together. Where is it? Guide ahead. Okay. So after this first chapter, we can fucking swap over to not my preferred method, but a method that we must use if it's gonna be like this. It is sad. Cram it. Well, yeah. Owie! As he slides around these clean as fuck reflective floors. That scared the skin off of me. What kind of crazy place is Laterano? Whoever you are, Libre, thank you for rescuing me. What's your name? Find me at the Colombian Provincial Association and I'll return the favor. She's called Shimmering Vigil. Shimmering Vigil? A lot of her names sure do sound fucking stupid. Am I right, guys? Hello? That's not my name. Hi, you're okay, right? Thanks, you two. That could have been a disaster. Thank you for your aid. You're welcome. The Libre, formerly known as Shimmering Vigil. You're welcome. Say, what's going on here? Bombings in the middle of the day? Don't tell me you have extremists sneaking in. We just do this kind of thing. Something's been on my mind. Go on. Do you think this pillar is absolutely perfectly positioned or no? I would say so. It fully embodies Laterano's architectural aesthetics, so? So, I can't help but want to see what would happen if we blew it up. Like, what if it was just not there? Vigil? 2DP? 3DP? 3DP actually? I'm sorry, 3DP? The extra DP is from when he starts shimmering. That's a sound. My goodness, PC, you alright? You alright? My goodness. Yeah. Yeah, the brisk Lateran citizen can get it, 100%. But the conference is starting soon, right? I heard there'll be a lot of people from afar. I think His Holiness even said we should show some restraint for a while. He did. However, he said show some restraint, not don't do anything. I get that His Holiness is hoping to give the visitors a good impression, but my dear friend, what do you say to my humblest of opinions? I think a good impression must be based on reality. She's never been on a dating app. She's never been on a dating app in her life. I'll tell you what, they definitely don't have Tinder in Laterano, making statements like that. You couldn't be more correct, my friend. And thus, they blew it up. That felt nice for my eardrums. Yeah, it's one hell of a sound. I think the issue might be fucking GPU or CPU drivers. I've looked into it. I'm gonna probably have to do more to fix it. Yeah, I mean, Brisk Laterano definitely doesn't need it, but they haven't used it. Tinder would be 100% sinning, to be fair. Yeah. So we filed the Notarial So we filed with the Notarial Hall, got our executor here to witness us, and evacuated everyone nearby, before giving this beautiful pillar just the perfect blast. Except we never expect you to show up right at that moment. We're so sorry, esteemed sir, for unwittingly doing you harm. You set off an explosion on a nomadic city street, and filed with the government for an official witness? Were you Laterans always this uninhibited? Of course we abide by the commandments and all relevant regulations. But if it's not explicitly forbidden, anything's fair game. Lateran City values and protects its citizens' rights. It protects every citizen's rights. Don't worry, sir. Just your average everyday explosion. Perfectly normal. We have this happen a lot. What if someone gets hurt? We know our limits. That said, I'd also like to extend my apologies to you for this accident. Truly sorry, sir. Maybe it hasn't quite sunk in for you yet, but believe me, stay long enough and you'll learn to love this city. I think I can live without that sinking in. Rich Dude 3 is kind of cooking, though. He is sensible. He's kind of cooking. And there you have it. What voice should we give Mastema? This sounds too similar to a lot of the others. What voice should we give Mastema? She has a lot of lines, after all. You give her an accent? Rich Dude 3. What a legend. God. I can't believe Rich Dude 3 has died and come back so many times in the Arknights story. It really is impressive. Well, I'm a big fan of his work. Also, I realize Southern. Alright, so we're gonna try to dig a little bit deeper for it. Alright. And there you have it. Welcome to Laterano, sir. I'm trying to talk in a way that you might be more used to. Sound of shit happening in the background.
Tut. If it isn't Mastema, just what is your ability? If you're slowing down time, you're merely drinking people into perceiving it that way. It blows my mind every time.
Oren, what's going on over there? Why am I on a mission with you? I hate you.
Not much. It's just a normal day in my lovely hometown. You know, I did get a better show than expected.
That may be a bit too intense. I may have to... I may have to bring it a little bit back to earth on him. The others are waiting for us.
I know. Let's go.
Oh my god. Come on, Google Play Emulator. Come on, buddy. Come on. You can do it. There you go. A gun wrapped like a katana's handle. Ooh. The Legati. That sounds like a luxury sports car. A Legati. A special messenger division established under the auspices of the incumbent pope. Laterano had previously held a detached position, maintaining neutrality among the Central Powers. Yeah, keeping neutrality between Germany, Austria, and fucking the Ottoman Empire. Exactly as we're supposed to. As such, Lateran officials were sometimes tasked by foreign powers with relaying critical information between different parties in the course of diplomacy. This role was normalized and institutionalized with the establishment of the legatus system. They had become a special force moving between the nations. What color is your legati? And no wine, we cannot give the Sarkaz rights. What color is your legati? With Laterano's absolute neutrality as a foundation, the Legati aim to promote the circulation of important information between countries. 1098, via the Legati, the Pope sends an invitation to all nations of Terra. Gather for a conference at Laterano. I invite every nation to dispatch its envoys for a discussion regarding our collective security. 1099, the Legati system celebrates its 13th anniversary. In March of that year. We'll get there. We're definitely switching after this. We're definitely switching. We're definitely going to the story reader after this chapter. I think the story reader even has like music, so we're not gonna miss it as much. It's a little sad, but you know, it is what it is. Hopefully by the time I next stream like a reading stream, I'll have fixed this stuff, so we'll be able to use the game itself. Legati from all across Terra proceed for Laterano together with the envoys of numerous nations. We're poping. One of those two just now seemed a lot like a Pontifica cohort. The other, was that a Legatus? A strange combination. Ezel, are you gonna stick around now that your witness work's done? Don't worry, we'll rebuild the pillar as good as new, just like we wrote in our application. Oh, I felt that one coming on. Felt that sneeze building. There was nothing I could do. It was like watching a slow motion car crash. Good, I'll leave it to you then. I'll be going now. I've still got quite a bit on my plate. Peas, lots of peas. Just to confirm, I'm looking for a will registered by someone who's passed away? That's oftentimes when you look for a will. Yes, Ezel. A typical single woman's residence, with no trace of any other occupants. In the bedroom, her body lies serenely, no signs of poisoning, no signs of violence. Her bedside has two drawers, one with bionicles, the other with unspecifiable objects. God damn it. Federico here. Female citizens body discovered at 7265 via Terrifitus. Pagas de bonus. Preliminary determination of the cause of death. Natural. Please notify the Ecclesia Requietum of the Pegas to come and enter the remains. Hello. Preliminary search found no last will and testament. Please initiate new assignment. Confirm deceased identity. Search for will according to any pre-registered information. Thank you. Federico out. Mabwa. Don't go out. Don't let anyone else find you. Never ever approach anyone in uniform. That's what Mama said. Is the uniform man gone or still here? It's alright. When someone visits, just take a nap on your little sofa, just like always. You can go back to Mama when you wake up. Don't panic, Cecilia. Why are you always so worried? How the nation is feeling. Victor Nation, how are we feeling? We could make fun. We could try to make Federico Victor. Why can't you fall asleep? It's okay. It's okay. You just need to wait for the stranger to leave. It doesn't have to sound like a telephone scammer. It'll be alright when you're with Mama again. Do not. When covering your will, do not redeem the gift cards. That is very important to your will. Crocodile. Oh, everything else. Oh, these two. Oh, him.
Seems things went pretty well in Jargon, huh? Sent out a whole bunch of envoys.
Don't get me started. The Pashas are all eager enough, but the problem is none of them can agree on anything. I'm already thanking heaven they haven't started brawling yet.
What about Cashmere's? Their military sizable, no matter how you slice it.
The Adeptus Brawley turned down our proposal, but the KGCC was actually very interested. One rep even sought me out. We had a long chat. He understood the international situation as well as any legatus. He might even come in person if he's not too busy. Man, just one Crocs. Croc! But enough about us. How about you, Oren? Well, the situation in Victoria is anything but simple these days. I'm sure you've heard a thing or two. New Godard and I get along fine, and it's less that he doesn't want to appoint anyone to be here, and more that he can't. Everything's balanced on a knife's edge, more or less. Yan didn't dispatch anyone either, not that they didn't send a stream of gifts conveying our thanks to His Holiness, how very in need of them. Kirag actually sent out a few. After rising to prominence these last 2 years, and every other nation's envoys are already here. Yan said, fuck you, we're too good for you. We don't want to be a part of your stupid meeting. Lemon Banner soon with playable Oren. I don't need playable Oren. I don't need playable Oren. He doesn't need to be playable. We can keep him in the gutter. To be honest, I never imagined this job would go so smoothly. Oh, it would go more smoothly if I could fucking read about it. Scared? God, I got one line and then you freeze again? One line? And you're not responding? Google Play Games on PC emulator? A little bit. You haven't been a Legatish for too long, if I remember right. Less than 4 years, I guess. But our organization has been active for 30 years now. After all our efforts, I'd say every last one of us has earned these results. Besides, we're still a long way off from what we're hoping for. A true summit of nations, right? We need more envoys showing up in the Lateran Basilica Audience Hall. We need the people in power, the ones who can actually change things. So save your nerves for the day we have to greet the big guns instead! Thanks for putting it like that. Thanks for putting it like that. Now I've got no idea if I should be excited or terrified. Hey! I see you can't stop yourself from terrorizing the newbies, Oren. What's up, sisters? You wound me. Nothing to get keyed up about, even if that day really comes. That's what we're qualified for, aren't we? Maybe so. So the acting legati of each region are the acting legati of each region all present? We're only missing Mastema. Mastema? Oh, I just happened to see her. What's she doing? Right now? Taking in her native air again. Forget her. We were never counting on her to come anyway. She can report to His Holiness last, and we're good, just like always. Sanctitas advenit. In a split second, the hall is silent and still. Much like my Google Play Games on PC emulator often is. All of the messengers' gazes lie on one spot. The teacher of all Laterano, their guide, their spiritual leader. What's up, guys? What's up, Chicago? Good morning, children! You had breakfast yet? Hey, what's up? How we feeling? Laterano Nation, how we feeling? Google Play Games emulator maybe not responding again. Is that the end of the chapter? Because if it is, no, it's not. This first chapter so long. Well. Oh, first pious sister can definitely also get it. No sign of external force. It was likely due to illness. A pitiable soul. May she not ail so on the other side. Dimming sancta, your remains shall be conferred unto the Ecclesia Requiem, where you shall rest. Here, this was hung on the bedroom wall. Handed to a member of the Notarial Hall. I don't know what's going on with it, Lappy, but it's not good. I'll tell you what, it's not good. Why did they take Mama away? What do I do? Celia casts her gaze to the entrance. You can't go out. You can't be found, or else you'll be in danger, Celia. That's what Mama said. But if Mama got taken away, will she be in danger too? No need to worry, Cecilia. Your mom is dead. Alright, we gotta get back. Fiametta. Wait, you're actually using my name for once? What gives? Well, oh, you don't like it? More a fan of Shimmer and Vigil then. Or do you want a new one? Fiametta's fine, thanks. Seriously though, what is it? Also, stop. Why do you sound like that now? Say, my lovely co-worker should be in the Lateran Basilica right about now, no? Reminiscing about me, maybe? You know, I can, like, have my hood up to cover my horns, but, like, I have the, like, devil tail and the cracking wings and the halo that's turning black. You'd think they'd still be able to tell I was fallen, irregardless of the horns. I feel like that's, like, the last nail in the coffin. Pious sister can get it. Stoic sister is definitely gay. Yeah, probably. That would make sense. I can see it. I can see it. If you're aware, then maybe you should show... If you're aware, then maybe you should show your face for once. Nah, forget it. I'll never get used to the ambience in there. It's not like Cotton Eye Joe. That's when I felt alive. Besides, who'd want to see a living warning sign rock on in there? They'd just be uncomfortable. Since when do you care if other people are uncomfortable? You certainly don't give a shit about me. If I'm not so bored, I'd make myself unwelcome just for fun. Objection, case in point. I'll admit you're enjoying being back here a lot more than I expected, though. Really? Welcome to Laterano and all that. I think I'm just in high spirits, probably from coming home after so long. I won't make you try to kill yourself like usual. Tortheo, I just accept I just accept that theory on its face value because I'm fine with it. I think it has good face value. I want the pious one. Whatever the Stoic sister is, that doesn't affect me. Pious sister probably secretly a freak too. Let's be honest. The whole, like, the more something is, like, you know, demonized or whatever, or, like, banned, the more, like, you feel it. You want to, like, do the thing. That. Probably. Maybe. Yeah, right. Sure, whatever. Let's go. Where to? To see her, of course. I'm gonna take my horse to the Old Town Road. Oh, maybe she's in a different hospital now. It's been ages since the last time you returned, after all. Follow me. Brisk Lateran Citizen. Brisk Lateran Citizen is also good. Lot of random citizens in Laterano can get it. I haven't been to this Pagus too often. It seems not too far from the outskirts. I should nearly be there, right? 7265 Via Thervitius. Is that an Ecclesia Requiem here stopped by that door? Hello, excuse me, sister. Calm down, young executor. Have you finished the inspection already? Correct. There was a sancta who departed us by illness. May I quickly verify the remains? Oh, yep, she did. Confirmation complete. The deceased is indeed dead. Is the homeowner, Fioria Laporta. My assignment mentioned no will was discovered nearby. May I ask if you noticed anything resembling one during your inspection? We did not. However, this is for you. The Notarial Hall would wish to reclaim it, correct? Is this her patron firearm? Understood. I'll take it back with me. Thank you both. If you're done with the identity check and arms reclamation, please allow us to convey her to the Google Play emulator, Ecclesia. Then, of course, the moment I, like, tap it, it's like, oh, yeah, now we're gonna quickly load and then just skip the line. Whatever. You wanna play those games? Fine. Very well. Thank you for your time. Identity of the deceased confirmed. If I want to find any pre-registration of a will through the Notarial Hall system, right, I can do a long-range search from my terminal. Census addresses, homeowners. She didn't prepare a will? The diagnosis record states, given the illness, giving up on hospital treatment makes sense, but why wouldn't she leave a will? Oh my god, it's a child! What's that doing here? Is that a neighbor's child? Why is she hiding from me? Watch out, you stupid fucking kid! What, did she faint? But why? She only tripped. Does anyone know who this child's parents are? Does she live nearby? I've never seen her before. Is she passed out? What if she bumped her head when she fell? I've never seen her either. Maybe she just moved in. I can ask her around the neighborhood hall. I don't think that's it. What for? If she's hit her head, then we need to get her to the hospital. This one can also get it. This Laterano NPC, the Libri, can also get it. There's a lot of these here. You hurry and take her there, Executor. We live just around here. If her parents come looking, we'll point them straight to the hospital to find you. Perfect. Thank you all. Alrighty. Time to go off and save this child. Oh, come on! I didn't think Cecilia would run straight into a notarial right outside her home. What now, Padia? What else? Follow them. Make sure she's safe and get her out of the Notarial Hall's hands. Get them out of their hands. All Libris can get it. Some Libri can't. You know, Holyoke's technically a Libri. That's a Libri that's kind of gross and smelly. Like, that's a Libri that smells bad and is gross. Okay, chat. Now the time has come where we may swap to this. Welcome to the story reader. Now first, let's see if we mute
Welcome
here.
home, Doctor.
If we mute here, we're just gonna have to mute this real quick, and then we pull this back up, and we. Then does it change? Oh, okay, it does change when you scroll down. Okay, cool. So we still get the music at least. Holy action count as a Libri trip. I was looking at you there to be cared for. Laffy, you are. I think you're a little mistaken on that one. I think you might be a little mistaken on that one. I think La Pluma can still get it. All I'm saying. Let's adjust the volume on this a little. There we go. There we go. Oh wait, fuck. Oh no, it's still on the thing because I okay. This is gonna be big. It's gonna be huge. Boom. Just like that. Can we full screen that? Boom. You know, my PC may still give issues because it's being a little sassy, but at the very least, nothing else. She's my daughter. Well, Laffy, the rest of chat might impregnate your daughter. I'm sorry. It might happen. It might happen. I'm sorry. I didn't want to have to be the guy who told you, but it might happen. Anyways, Yucatan, doesn't Lateran food bug you at least? Like, a little? I mean, tastes here definitely lean on the sugary side compared to Keurig. Don't you like sweet though, Roos? That doesn't mean I can take everything sweet. I'm starting to miss Keurig now. It's that bitch Rattatus' fault. I'll blah 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 grab every opportunity to reestablish our clan status, and she didn't even come herself, throwing me under the sleigh out here. God, I wish she came herself, Scurious. I wish there was more Rattatus. Don't worry. I wish the same. What do you mean, huh? That's just what might happen, Laffy. You know what? Let's put a poll about it. Let's ask the people. Let's leave it up to the people. What do the people believe? It's a Christian stream, right? Yeah, it's a Christian stream. That's why you have to marry his daughter after you do her. It's a close battle. Democracy. It's a close battle, Laffy, for your daughter. I vote no just for you. 8 votes. It's tied at 4 for yes, 4 for no. Oh, this is crazy. Nah, I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that up for now. We'll check back on it in a little bit. It's a show of the matriarch's trust in you. After the incident put us on the brink, it was your joint efforts with her that ensured the Browntails held on. And you got tossed off to the side. You just love being behind the scenes, don't you? Personally speaking, getting to see you shine is more than enough satisfaction for me, Roos. Oh, when did you learn to talk so smooth? VR dating simulators. That aside, madam, this conference may turn out to be more fruitful than we expected. We didn't think so many countries would be here. Seems we might have underestimated Laterano's influence. Yeah, that does sound about right. But don't you change the subject!
Fuck! Do you not have eyes? Do you not have eyes?
You bumped into me, I think. You bumped into me, I think.
Your Lysanian is an embarrassment! What corner of the hinterland did you scurry out of?
I come from Karag, and it's certainly not the hinterland.
Karag? What kind of place is Karag?
Lady Sharon, Karag is the nation of the Snow Realm in the buffer zone between Victoria, Columbia, and Cashmere's.
There's a country in those mountains! Ha! It's the very definition of hinterland! You think an envoy of a trifling glacial state as this land could be flippant with me, a duchess?
Madam, first I have to stress again, Karag isn't some hinterland like you keep saying. You can probably sink your own narrow minds as you've never heard of my country. Second, you're also one who bumped into me. You owe me an apology.
You dare!
This is the average interaction with a German. This happens all the time. You ever interact with a German person, this happens immediately. Lady Sharon, we're in the Basilica. Shut the fuck up. Lady Sharon, permit I remind you currently stand in Laterano, and not Lythani in your domain.
And who are you?
A Lateran legatus.
What are you trying to tell me, Legatus? This is the Basilica? What do you intend to do? What do you intend to declare that as a host? Get her outside this provincial creature?
Laterano sides with order. Therefore, Lady Sharon, you should apologize to Madame Skirius. Skirus. Skirius? How do you pronounce that? How do you pronounce that, chat? Can someone give me like a phonetic type out of how to pronounce? Is it Skirus? Skirus? Skiorus. You know my name? You'd expect me to know the names of all the diplomatic envoys, wouldn't you?
Oh, then you must be well aware of who I am.
Of course, Duchess Frances of Lythanian. But I remind you again, this is Laterano, Duchess. In Laterano, you are asked to honor the commandants and orderly abide the rule of law. No matter what privileges you enjoy in Lythanian, they do not exist nor apply in Laterano.
This is how Laterano treats its guests.
If you're willing to be a guest of Laterano, Laterano will wholeheartedly treat you in kind. Oren, when did you start second standing for the Laterano, huh? As a Lateran to Gragatus, do I not have the right? Not in the Basilica. Lady Sharon, please quell your anger, or I'll kick your sorry fucking ass, I swear. Also, the poll has ended. Congrats, chat. Everyone can bang Laffy's daughter.
Don't you think it's a little late to be pacifying me, Cardinal?
Alright. Sierras. Skierus. Is it Sierras or Skierus? Ski or sea? Are we buying a snowmobile or a jet ski? Are we getting our sea-doo or our ski-doo? Ooh, I love democracy. Let's fucking go! Democracy is the only system that would allow for this. I let the people choose, and the people came up big. Your Grace, I beg your understanding. The legatus who contracted you will be given an appropriate punishment. Then rest assured of the Lateran Curia's goodwill during your stay in the guest house. Madam Skirus. Madam Skirus, I beg your pardon as well. His fault for this minor misunderstanding lies with our shortcomings. If you would be willing to magnanimously accept my apologies, I hope to invite you in a short while to the side rooms for a talk. Skirius looks at Yucatan. Yucatan gives a subtle nod. Ha! Laterans! My! Hello, Athena. Please look after these three most important guests in my stead. Oren, come with me. Here comes the punishment. Alright. I've been a naughty boy and I'm gonna need to be punished. Sound effect. Look at that. That's nice. That's a crispy sound effect. Yes, the deceased in Pegasus Stavonis did not leave behind a will, nor any prior registration of one. I'll return to the Notarial Hall in a bit and submit for double checking. Currently, I'm at Pegasus Stavonis Central Hospital. No, I'm alright. I just found a girl injured in a fall. I'm taking her to be examined right now. No, I wasn't in a traffic accident. No, the parents aren't with her. She's still unconscious, and for the time being, we can't confirm her family circumstances. When she wakes up, we'll bring her back to her guardians. Right, and if she doesn't wake up soon, I might need to use Notarial Hall privileges to... Pardon? I can consider this one of my practical assignments. Alright, I'll fill in all the documents after it's over. Sorry, I'm finished. A Blabbermouth Hospital attendant. It's alright, the doc's physical checkup is done, no wounds anywhere, nothing on her head, so it probably wasn't knocking the brain, but the girl does have a small fever, odds are she was ill, she'll still need a few more tests before we're sure what caused her to pass out, but it won't be anything too bad. Doc set her up in Ward 2127, you can wait there for examination results. Is she your sister? Are you off duty? Are she your sister? Are you on duty? Why are you bringing your little sister on an executor shift? I barely see any executors here in Stavonis. She's not my sister. He did nothing wrong in this particular scene. Yeah, he did nothing wrong here. Although I think what they essentially were saying is he overstepped his authority by speaking for the area. Wait for DJ now, switching those OSTs constantly, perhaps. So why'd you bring her here? Is she your target? Oh heavens, are executors really that ruthless? You'd execute a little girl like that? What did she do? I only came across her in the street. She's not my target. She just lives in the vicinity, in all likelihood. Really? She must be new around here, then. This is the only hospital in Stavonis, so all the kids come here for checkups when they're sick. You should see the sight of the consulting room with pediatrics whenever the season changes. It's exhausting. Lucky how much of a recovery next week. Have you heard of our recovery department? It's famous. The wheelchair rapid fire competition last year there. Oh heavens, we have never seen guns blaze that fast before. I still suspect that might have been a gun night. A little too young for it though. What's that look for? Didn't I tell you recovery was famous? We have multiple people from the Basilica all recuperating here. Did you just say the girl I brought here was newly moved into Stavonis? I've never seen her before, that's why. If she's not your sister, then a kid that small can't come scampering from another Pegasus, can she? Well, obviously there's the possibility. I've just never seen her by pure chance, but I can tell a girl like her falls ill day in and day out. I've seen too many of them. Where was I? Consulting in pediatrics? Listen, last week... Here you are, gossiping with the family again, Eliza. The doctor wants you at the test center to pick up the results. On it. Running sound. ... You sure you fetched the right report? Yes? Is there a problem? I've never seen a blood analysis this strange before. Once it's photocopied, send the original to the head doctor's office along with this note from me. I need to pay a visit to recovery. Oh, Padia! We didn't get to see her before. You are still alive and will be playable in a few days. It's Billy! Oh my god! It's him! It's the Billy! Great to see Billy making his way here. Billy, I can do Ablana. I can't do Mandragora. I can do playable Ablana soon. I can't do playable Mandragora. How about that? I can do Dragon. I can't do Cat. You know, many people would say it sounds harder to do Dragon than to do Cat, but it just is what it is. That attendant's headed for the head doctor's office. So what now, Padia? Allocate 2 to hold the report, deliver it back. Don't go big, just hold things off, win a little, and we're fine. What about that doctor? It looks like he's gone for recovery, but not the end Cecilia's in. That works. This way the executor will still be in the dark for now. Everyone else with me. We'll draw the executor away and get Cecilia out before the hospital's people reach her. Remember, move quick, but don't be rough with Cecilia. She's our companion. Don't make her hate us. Playable Ferdinand and Nasty. Now that would be hype. Why not? Why don't we go all 3? We get Ferdinand, Nasty, and Justin. We go 6, 5, and 4-star all. Now that would be heat. Get them all.
Mama, why do we need to get so far away every time we meet Daddy? It's really dark now.
Because Daddy's not able to come to Lateran City. He can't live with us. Why? Because he's different from us. Then why can't we stay with Daddy? Daddy wouldn't want you to stay with him, Cecilia. You'll understand when you're older.
Why? Does Daddy not like me? Is it because I'm not good enough? If I'm a good girl, can Daddy be with us all the time?
Cecilia, you have to trust Daddy. He loves you even if he can't be by our side.
Yeah. Mama! You're awake. Who? Where am I?
You're in the hospital, miss. You fainted in the street, and I took you here since I couldn't find your parents. 6-star, 5-star, and welfare 5-star. That's facts. Actually, Evil Billy. No, Evil Billy. Here's something actually interesting. Well, only 4-star. 6-star, 5-star, and welfare 5-star. Who's the welfare 5-star? I assume Justin just gets stuck being the welfare 5-star there. Justin's up being the welfare 5-star. I'd say Ferdinand's the 6-star, but realistically, he doesn't have the titties in the event, so he's probably less likely. Although I'm not sure how the ratios would work out on that.
Hospital? Is this a hospital? No. You're wearing a uniform. Mama said.
Has your mama been telling you things? Come to think of it, when I first saw her, wasn't she hiding from me? It's alright, miss. I can take you to find your mama. I'm a good guy.
You can help me find Mama? Mama got taken away by people in gowns.
This might just be a kidnapping case. Is that why she was all alone there? He doesn't realize purely because of her important research is what I feel like. Yeah. I mean, it's not as though Ferdinand doesn't do important shit as well. The least important is definitely... Well, I suppose... I shouldn't say the least important is Justin. I mean, Justin would be a merchant. Justin would be a merchant, 100%. Skilleters. Justin would be a merchant. Nasti would be interesting to have, given she's a banshee. You'd probably have something that has similar... I mean, maybe we saw her fucking, like, root fucking Tin Man. Perhaps she'll have, like... Honestly, if she could, like, AoE root everything in a space, that would be cool. That would be an interesting thing. Just mass CC. And I don't know, Ferdinand can be like a sniper with his like military shit combined with his energy research and just have like a little laser cannon. Little laser gun or something. Okay, little miss, stay calm. I'm a Notarial Hall executor. I'll help you find your mama. How did she get taken away? You're,
Notarial Hall?
That's right. I'm from the Notarial Hall. My name's Cecil. Look, here's my name tag.
Will you really help me find Mama?
Of course. What's your name?
I'm Cecilia.
What's wrong? Your halo. What's this about? Even in the most downcast moods, Sancta halos don't dim like this. Unless... But a child this small wouldn't even have a patron firearm yet. What can explain this? No, beyond that. Cecilia, how do you feel? Is this your halo?
Sometimes it goes like this. Mama says I'm ill. It'll be fine soon.
Don Laffy, AoE caster, but good. We're gonna make it an AoE caster, but good. She'll do very high damage and mass CC on skill 3. We'll make it change the entire meta of the game. Don't worry. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. Ezel has realized something. Amidst her current pain, Cecilia is anxious about her missing mother too, but he cannot sense any of her pain, nor anxiety relayed from her. Cecilia is without doubt a Sancta. How could this be possible? Cecilia, are you this girl's relative? Functionally. Come with me. She's got somewhat special circumstances, and the doctor needs to talk with you in private. There was a strong gust of wind just now. I'll close the window in case she'd catch a cold. Of course. All right, Cecilia, just get some rest. I'll be right back. Don't worry, Cecilia, we'll keep you company. We're definitely not a group trying to get Liberi equal rights and we're gonna kidnap you. That's not gonna happen. The rooftop? You said Cecilia's circumstances were special. Special how? Well, we can't be exactly sure yet. We'll need to wait for the diagnosis. The doctor will be here shortly. Just hold on and we'll see what he has to say. Fixed flingers, so it should be possible. I don't know if Wizardel fixed flingers. I feel like she just broke flingers in the other direction. Maybe Ferdinand could be a 6-star of Contrails type then. Because there's the Contrail type going up in the air and shit. He did shit with the military boys. He might have some... He could have been involved in the energy process for making them as well. I've already reported Cecilia's situation in the Notarial Hall. My colleagues are fast on their way. What? Tell me who you are. I love how sudden it is. Would a normal hospital attendant get nervous hearing the words Notarial Hall? So you suckered me. I only needed to keep you here for a short while anyway. If I were you, I wouldn't be giving myself trouble. Padia said to be more gentle with Cecilia, but not with you. Padia, was it? You'd do well to forget that one. Come on out. Let's give our Notarial Hall man some break time. Whistle. And then Ezel was brutally murdered. As meanwhile, back at the girls' night. So you're able to move around without your wheelchair now? Yeah, I've been rehabilitating pretty well. Last year they had a wheelchair rapid firing contest, which I won, and then the doctors banned me from competing again. We'd have to look for a gun knight to beat your firing skills, I think. Aw, that's nice to hear. I'd be even happier if someone learned how to say a few nice words to the sick, like my darling Fiammetta here. Mostima, are you just gonna stand there pretending you're the curtains? You know I'm not the type, Lemwin. The only thing I say good things about is Bud Light. And maybe if I need a second thing, it would be fishing. What type? This is your first time back in 2 or 3 years. My memory's not that good. Fine. Lemwin fires better than anyone I know. Her skills are incredible. That's more like it. Is L doing? Oh yeah, it's fucking shorthand of Exia's actual name. Which is like Lemuel, right? Wonder who will win between chair racing contest, Logos, or Lemwin. I mean, it's not a wheelchair. If they're just doing it with stools, that's a whole different thing. Like Logos is gonna have the experience edge because that's a whole different thing. It's like being a quarterback versus being a pitcher. Like you're throwing a whole different ball. It's a whole different game. And I think if we're talking a standard like Rhodes Island chair racing, they use stools. So I'm thinking that's gotta be Logos, because it's just a whole different game compared to the wheelchair. It's a completely different thing. I saw her recently. She's doing great. You better worry about yourself before her. And I'll copy those words right back at you. How long are you gonna stay this time? Dunno, really, but it'll at least be until the conference is over. Wednesday after next, I think. Tuesday after. Oh, Tuesday. Otherwise, it's up to how that old weirdo feels. Who knows if he'll send me on some weird and wacky assignment again. Did you just call His Holiness? He's not gonna mind, Fiammetta. We go way back, trust. If you want to stay for a bit longer, I could help you there. That's so. Did you figure it out already? Figure out what? What are you two talking about? Did you not realize, Fiammetta, who we've been handing our reports to for the last half year? Was it that obvious? What? Lemwin, you got a job at the Lateran Curia while you're still in rehab? Don't worry, it's just some secretary work. How long will you stick with it? I'm not sure yet. Will you return to the guard? Little chance of that now. And a deep exploration of is it stools or wheelchairs? I mean, it's stools. Like they're literally like the item description for like one of the stools is like this has something to do with like what they use for the chair racing. It's like a one of the dorm items. Your marksmanship overlooked just like that? It's a mind-boggling waste. You judge me so highly, Fiametta, even though I messed it all up. That wasn't your fault, and it wasn't yours either. Don't stretch yourself too thin. The day will come when I settle the matter with him. Oh well, Fiametta, can I rub your horns? No. Spoil sport.
Lemon gazes out the window as Mastema stands beside it, idly playing with the flowers in her hand. In a flash, Fiametta returns to a time before. The sun shines ever bright and beautiful during a Lateran springtime, and a hint of chill rides the air. Through the window, she spots the roofs of church buildings large and small. Here and there, now and then. Falbees streak across the sky. Lemwin is peaceful in any ordinary time, occasionally uttering a remark or two. Around her, the atmosphere softens. The standoffish Mustimer relaxes without realizing, unable to sense the smile she lets slip. Just as always, as if none of it ever happened. But it's only an illusion. After that night, not a night more could she soundly sleep.
Lemwin. Something's on my mind, Lemwin. Does this hospital have all that many volunteers? I suppose. Come in. Senora Lemwin, I want you to look at this.
Oh, you have visitors?
It's alright, they're all war buddies of mine.
War buddies, you don't mean...
That's right.
In that case, maybe all three of you could take a look at these test results. And back to this! Back to not serious.
Back to just chilling. Do narrator as a radio announcer.
All right, we'll turn the clock back for the narrator when it's the narrator.
Oren, do you know what you're doing?
Maybe you'll be kind enough to tell me.
She's not going to think of your methods as just personal conduct.
She'll be thinking we're going out of our way to exhibit the Lateran stance.
Slip up for a moment, and this becomes a diplomatic incident.
Isn't that exactly what you want? Conflict leads to issues. Issues require resolution. Resolution needs a channel. Laterano's providing a whole new way to resolve issues. But maybe I do need a spanking. I've been a naughty boy.
And we provide this method under two prerequisites. What we say has to carry enough weight, and then what we say has to be appropriate.
Right, Laterano needs to have an appropriate stance. If all we brought to the table was an ordinary roll of the dice, who'd need Laterano? Wouldn't you say, Your Holiness?
Do you agree with him, Val?
He's pretending to be smart. The reason Laterano stands upon this land, and the reason the Legati can cross all borders, is that Laterano possesses faith.
No, because of Laterano itself that the Legati are giving passage or evidence. We all know clear as day that the true Lateran faith can't reach beyond the Sancta. I'm sorry, but it might let you down if you count on things getting done.
Oren, if you seek death, you can apply through the proper channels.
Truthfully, I've never understood how you two managed to fight so much. When there's so much good, clean, Pop-Tart related fun in this world.
When I set out on my way back from Victoria to Laterano, Duke Godin asked me a question, and I believe it's not one I'm equipped to answer. He asked, does anywhere in Laterano suffice to draw me there? Your Holiness, when we're sat at the playing table with the cards in our hand, be enough.
I have two reverses and a +4. I feel relatively confident about my hand.
Your Holiness, Mastema wishes to speak with you. She states that what she must report cannot be heard by any other.
Then we'll step out of your hair.
You may go. Put her through. Come up. Understood. Alright, put her through. Understood. Serious time. Time sure does fly, Your Holiness. A good while, my child. Is Lemwin well? No hiding anything from you. We've seen something interesting here at this hospital. Go on. I saw the results of a physical checkup and some of the signs look very familiar. Say no more before you return to the Basilica, Mastema. Understood. Fiametta will go find the person these results belong to. Maybe run into a certain Andoine.
I know the hospital Lemon's recovering at is in Pagus Stavonis. Stavonis, some that make wants me use a dedicated line. Oh, quit messing with me. Cecilia, do you feel alright? Well, my head really hurt before. It's a bit better now. In that case, I'll carry you out. Out? Who are you? We're your companions, Cecilia. There's someone waiting for you. Mama? I'm afraid it's not her. Your mother won't come back, Cecilia. Why? Why? I'm sorry, I can't explain it to you, but someone can. I'll take you to see him. Well, I'm sorry, miss, but I want to find Mama first. I'm not really good with kids. Sorry, Cecilia. Whether you want to or not, I have to bring you away. You aren't safe here.
Running sounds. And then, serious business. We're back.
Cecilia! God, too quick. Who are you, and what are you doing with Cecilia? Not for you to know, Sancta. Cecilia was a companion of ours from the start. You're the one stealing her away. In that case, please tell me your parents, family name, her home address, identity number, and your blood or legal relationship to her. Ugh, Notarial Hall brain rot. What are you gonna ask? If I'm a Sigma next? If I've got a risible yat?
I love that it's just translated as straight up brain rot.
If you have proper grounds to leave with Cecilia, you can tell me and I'll take it into account in my decision. If you were a Libri, I'd consider it, but a Sancta like you, no chance. You bear the Lateran symbol. You're a Libri of Laterano yourself. Why hate the Sancta? Let me tell you something, you Notarial Hall scumbag. The thing I hate second most in my life is when people like you selfishly assume it has to be a law of nature that every Libri who lives in Laterano gets along great with Sancta. Gun! Or sorry, crossbow. Gun loading sound. If you don't plan on elucidating your grounds, I won't let you take Cecilia. Not your call. I'll hold him off. You take Cecilia. Right. Sorry, Cecilia. Just bear with it. No, I don't want to. This shit sucks. What the fuck? What's happening? What's that explosion? And the smoke? The window. It must have been where... It was a strong gust of wind just now. I'll close the window in case she'd catch a cold. God damn the executor! I'll give you a word of advice. If you truly care about Cecilia, then don't give her up to the Notarial Hall or the Lateran Curia, or else you'll regret it. Cecilia, hold on tight. Right! Are you alright? Yeah! Good, we need to break free of them then. Sounds of running. Is he going to listen? Of course he won't. Sancta are a bunch of happy-go-lucky idiots, but the ones in the Notarial Hall don't even go to get the happy-go-lucky part. Well, whether he listens or not, we need to assure Cecilia is in our hands before we can proceed. Why do you want to handle this child so badly? That seems a little weird. Then we need to notify the others ASAP. Already done. Huh? Well, I was talking to him just now. Oh, you wanted to hold him up so you could send word out? He can't outrun us. Not all of us. Why was the door to this ward open? What? Is that you, Padia? Was there an 8-year-old Sancta girl staying in this ward? No! 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 I heard an explosion on the way here. Did you have something to do with that? What's so weird about explosions in Laterano? Are you really the Padia I know? Fiametta, the girl you're looking for is already out of hospital. She's definitely not here. Why are you here? What? You get to show up in Semina Central Hospital, but I don't? Are you the guard looking for this girl too? Are the guard looking for this girl too? Where'd you get this information? I left the Pontifica cohorts long ago. Weren't you off being a legatus's bodyguard? What, now you're back in Laterano again looking for some Sancta girl? Don't you just love being surrounded by Sancta? You're gross. Libri like you are all P.U. Smelly. Padia, what the fuck happened to you since I left? Don't ask that like you actually care. Enough, you don't need to talk to me like that. If the girl's not here, I don't need to waste any more time with you either. Forget what happened to me. You should be wondering just what you're doing, Fiametta, Miss Veteran. Psst.
Tisk tisk, Padia. I assume this is Andoine. I can only assume. Tisk tisk, Padia. Here I thought you loved your... Here you are with her again, of all things, and this is how cruel you treat her?
What's it to you? I'm over the Notarial Hall, kid. What's your plan?
Don't get so gruff, Padia. I might have an even better solution, but I'll need another small favor from you. Killing. Murder. Death. You decided because the emulator wasn't working. Yeah. Yeah, so how long your edging spree is or whatever. Yeah. How long is your goon streak? The Notarial Hall needs this information. It's incredibly important. Padia, I need the length of your longest girl rot goon sesh. This is very important information to see if you can take the child. And you left just like that? There's no point bickering with her. And I'm half sure she was only there to hold me up anyway. If the girl's not in the hospital anymore, then we first need to confirm her whereabouts. How's your end? I took a shortcut, and I'll be arriving at the Basilica in a minute. If the situation allows, send an order to cooperate from the Lateran Curia to the Notarial Hall. I questioned the hospital staff. It was a trainee executor who admitted the girl. Said he picked up a lost child and couldn't find her parents. Procedure dictates he bring her back to the Notarial Hall. Even if he's not there yet, I can find his location through the hall system. I've gotta say, you being so capable isn't good news for me. Oh yeah? And after you report, stay there in the Basilica for now. Oh, you don't need my help? No, I feel like something's waiting to happen. Didn't something already happen? You know what I'm talking about, shut the fuck up. Anyways, hang back there. You might be more useful to me that way. Are you worried about me? I just don't want you scampering all over the place. Let me conserve my energy. No problem, Shimmering Vigil. Use my real name! And? Oh, it's still like this. Sound effect, running, crowd. Phew, there's so many people here, which makes it harder to find us. This is Pagus Ambrosius. Have you been here before, Cecilia? Mama used to say she'd go to Ambrosius to buy things. Maybe she's here? Tell me more about your mama being taken. What exactly happened? Mama got ill. This morning I was talking to Mama, and someone came from the Notarial Hall with white clothes on, and after he left, people with gowns came in and took Mama away. The Notarial Hall? Could this really be a kidnapping case? Something doesn't feel right. Where were you then, Cecilia? Did they see you? Where'd your papa go? Is this going to help me find Mama? Not for certain. Thank you, PC. Not for certain. It's just if you can tell me more, I might be able to find some leads. Cecilia, my darling Cecilia, you have to hide. Don't let them find you. Overall, that's fine. The story is interesting. Yeah. In that case, please tell me her parents' family name, her home address, identity number, and your blood or legal relationship to her. If you have no proper grounds to leave with Cecilia, you can tell me. If you have proper grounds to leave with Cecilia, you can tell me, and I'll take it into account in my decision. Hold on, Cecilia. Hello, it's me. Yeah, I'm in Pagus Ambrosius right now. Right, I'm helping this child find her mother. Return to the hall. All right, I was about to. I'll be roughly half an hour? Right, copy that. Mr. Rizal, you gonna take me to the Notarial Hall? That's right, it's something... I'll give you a word of advice. If you truly care about Cecilia, then don't give her up to the Notarial Hall, or the Lateran Curia, or else you'll regret it. Why I oughta... Cecilia, I'm guessing you don't want to go to the hall? Mama said I can't go there, but if they can tell me where Mama is, then I will. I can go. Mama's got an illness. I'm really worried. Cecilia, let me ask you one more thing. Had you seen that Libri from just now? No, I don't like her. She's loud and scary. Just give me a moment to think, and I'll be okay, and I'll be with you, okay? Cecilia's mother forbade her from going to the Notarial Hall or from approaching executors. Executor showed up before Cecilia's mother went missing. Cecilia's mother went missing. Cecilia was almost abducted by a suspicious Libri, whose name is likely Padia. Padia said Cecilia cannot be given over to the Notarial Hall or the Lateran Curia. And finally, something's wrong with Cecilia's halo. Would it be possible for me to extricate them myself from this at this point? No. Don't run away, Ezel. Think. What should you do?
Mr. Ezel, in the hospital, you said you would help me find Mama. Is that true? Is that still true now?
This can't be the only solution.
It's true, Cecilia. I promised you. We're not going to the Notarial Hall. You still remember?
Oh, there's another change in song.
Do you still remember where your home is? I need to find someone else who knows your mother. I'll help you find her. That's my promise.
Thank you, Mr. Ezel. I don't know how to get back home from here. I've never been here before. But if we go back where I saw you, mister, I know where my house is from there.
Not a problem. We'll take a different route back to Stavonis.
And back to Sirius. Welcome back, Mazuma. Time sure does fly, Your Holiness. What news you bring this time? Relax, it won't be as bad as that one time. Here's the physical report I mentioned before. Last page is a brief from Stavonis Central's head doc. Considerably cautious wording. Ostimo, what's your view? Going by the doctor who did the diagnosis and checkup, this report belongs to an 8-year-old Sancta girl. Well, the details point to her being a Sancta anyway. Empath index isn't too high, but considering her age and physical addition, it's within acceptable range. The question is these few figures here. My own checkup has reported similar results. But she's not even 12 yet. Never held a patron firearm. It's hard to imagine she's got the ability to violate any commandments. Outward appearances shoot down any chance she's fallen either. Doesn't leave very many possibilities. Think you have a better idea than me.
If she's not fallen, another possibility is no. It's just as the odds with her appearance. Progeny like that aren't able to obtain halos.
Right, normally they can, but we don't have many cases to go by anyway.
Where's this child currently located? Where's Fiammetta?
Kid's out of Stavonis Central Hospital. Fiammetta's tracing her. Apparently, it was one of the Hall's trainee executors who checked her in. Well, if Fiammetta wants you to order the Notarial Hall to cooperate, she's on her way there right now.
The Notarial Hall?
Silver linings, am I right?
She just wants an order to cooperate? Is Fiammetta alone going to be enough?
You forget that big conference in the Basilica? Thought you were more cautious than that, Veliv.
How much does this trainee executor know about the child?
No way to be sure. Hospital describes him as just a conscientious guy who saw a lost child and did the right thing, at least when he admitted her. Let Fiammetta handle it for now. We trust our spicy chicken, I tell you what.
Yes, Your Holiness. Aren't you going to participate, Mastema?
Not at the moment. While we were in the Stavonis Central, Fiammetta made this Libre who used to be Pontifica Cohors, too. He's likely made contact with the child, but according to the info Fiammetta sent back, it's not gone smoothly for her, whatever it was she wanted to do. But either way, you definitely used some apostate language. You stay in the Basilica then. Well, no need to jump the gun. Any issues with the envoys arriving?
2 detachments remain. Forecasts say they'll arrive on time.
Very good then. We'll wait a bit. Everybody be chill, be cool. We're fine. That's a change in fucking tone of music.
Padia, we're sorry we lost them. Forget it. He came to Pagus Ambrosius on purpose. The crowds are massive here, and all the alleys. For what looks like a novice, this is just got a surprisingly decent hand on the ropes. This is a massive wrench in the plan. How could you fall straight into an executor's hands? Who could it be now? Oren!
Things are getting tricky, Padia.
What? Are you calling to mock me for it?
Not at all. Jokes are reserved for when things go without a hitch. I've got good news and bad news. Which do you want to hear first?
And you said you wouldn't joke. The bad news.
Bad news is the Lateran Kyriak got wind already, and they're officially sending someone to intervene. Guess who got tasked?
Fiammetta?
Bingo!
I'm eager to hear what the good news could be.
Good news is it's just Fiammetta. Most of us kept at the Basilica.
That counts as good enough, but the news I want to hear is what you are doing right now.
Real sharp of you. Because Massimo's been left behind, me and her have switched report times. Which means I'm free right now. How's that? Jumping for joy. Women love me.
Not a chance in hell.
Also, Oren, I'm warming up to you. Stop acting like you've got such a wealth of experience. I'm warning you, stop acting like you got such a wealth of experience. I joined up with the guide long before you did.
Alright, got it. I know I could never repeat with your Miss Vetter. Hey, don't hang up. Hold on, listen. I need you to hold Fiametta off.
What about you?
I'll be fetching Cecilia.
Why don't you hold Fiametta off and I fetch Cecilia?
He's up on the temper, okay? You know exactly why. Besides, if you intercept Fiametta, then no one's harmed even if you fail. And if I go handle the executor, the chances I succeed are better than yours. Do you hate the Sancta Patia?
Why are you asking?
Answer the question.
I don't hate Sancta. What I hate is Libra. You put them up on an altar with absolutely no self-awareness.
If you don't care about Sancta, then you'll never know what makes them tick.
What? Are you trying to say you can get the executor to hand Cecilia to you because you're just because you're a Sancta? Just like that?
You've got it all wrong. Halos allow Sancta to sense each other and better understand each other, but that's not to say we all get to live in a happy hive mind. Emotional links, ones that are a little too strong, can be a weakness at certain times. Sancta are just too accustomed to them. But when something abnormal happens to you, you get stuck with these tiny little doubts that crop up.
Is that why you're on our side? All this bullshit?
Be chill, intense song let's play. Alright, everybody be chill, be calm. Everybody be chill. Immediate like I don't even know how to describe it. Like immediate chaotic ambience, immediate intense ambience.
On your side? Nah, Patia, I'm not on your side. We're just going the same way by pure coincidence.
Oren, who are you on comms with?
You really love rooftops, Mastema.
Same to you. All the Legati love a rooftop run, don't they, Oren?
Ooh, I saw you this morning. Props to you for that one.
That was you, huh? I thought I was staring at someone's rooftop planners.
Come on, don't I look good? It's the latest fashion in Victoria.
All I know is fashion doesn't mean dyeing your hair so it clashes with the all of you. You're such a Victoria-phile, Oren.
No! She was 18!
Oren, what? What? I'm sorry, what?
It comes with the job. The glorious Legati demand a certain bearing.
Wanna guess at my job then? Aren't you curious why I went to see the old weirdo out of nowhere? So secret it just might just sink Laterano.
Stop! I don't want to know.
You don't? I was really hoping I'd get another helping hand.
Instead of meeting up with Fiametta, you're going to recruit him?
Don't be like that, Valiv. I'm devoted to you, heart and soul.
Not one more disgusting joke out of you, alright, Argiola, sir, I'm gonna kick your fucking ass.
Come on, even I have feelings. Even I need a spanking. Sometimes, ma'am.
Wow, that's the first I've heard of him.
If you two have the time to chat, you better spend it rewriting your reports, sorry.
Something wrong with my report?
Guess how many seconds it took me to read it.
Can't you combine my word count with Fiametta's? We've written 10K or so if you add us together.
I'll have you know I spent 5 hours scribbling away like a monk. Mastema's returned to Laterano more times than you had true facts in there, and I wouldn't mind reducing your allowance to match it.
I'm real worried, Oren.
Penny for your thoughts, Fiametta? What if Lemwin ends up like Veliv eventually? You know how to paint a scary picture. I'm getting shivers. See, it seems you two have all the time in the world.
Oren's a busy bee, don't you know?
That's right. I'm busy. In fact, it's about time I got going. Until next time, my dear Veliv, I'll bring you some chow fingers. Can I have my spanking then?
What are you looking at me for? I wasn't laughing.
Oren Argiolas, pray that you do not fall into my hands. I will rip your fucking head off.
Hey, Senorita Fiametta. Ezel's already on his way back to the hall. If we could just ask you to wait a little longer, I'll bring you some tea.
I'm fine. Do you personally know Ezel?
I do. He's a trainee under me. Alright, you can call me Rochelle.
How's his work? Anything dubious ordinarily?
Dubious? Nah, just refusing to work overtime count? He's always gone like a ghost the moment we clock out. But he's fairly good at his work. His practical training period's almost over, too, and he should be picking up a good score. I don't really mind him skipping overtime, though. He's a kid. Let him have his easy days. Once he gets on to field work, there's no line between on and off duty.
Bring up his position. Are you really so suspicious of Ezel? I trust him well enough at this.
Huh? Oh no, he really isn't moving for the Notarial at all, huh? What's he doing? What is he doing? He's crazy with it.
Let me see. With this orientation, he's heading back to Stavonis?
Senorita Fiametta, wait, if he really was up to something, he wouldn't leave his locator on. Just give this some thought, please. He definitely doesn't think he's not up to anything because he's just helping a child find their parents. He wouldn't do... It is very funny seeing them like, what? No, if he was up to something, he wouldn't just leave his locator on. That'd be stupid.
And he's like, all right, Cecilia, let's go find your mommy. Yippee. There's also the possibility that this marker is a decoy.
If he was faking the marker, then his decoy would be walking on back to the Notarial Hall like it should.
Senora Fiametta, please, put your trust in the Notarial Hall's executors. I'm not saying I don't trust him, I work here too. Call it a clearing of suspicion.
Well, we've lost his signal. You only just remember it now, Ezel. Still so young. But if it was off to begin with, I wouldn't have defended him. Fine luck, you little brat. I don't know what your plans are, but it's his deed, his to bear. Get some education from you can't do him bad, Senor Fiametta. Welcome back, Federico.
Victor Nation, how are you? Thank you. Thank you. It is I, Federico.
Real frantic day in Stavonis today, wouldn't you say?
Was there a complication with the body?
I guess the whole show breezed right by you. The body's fine. The Ecclesia required him as it now.
Oh.
Don't you want to ask what show?
What show?
Never mind. Forget I said anything. But now that Fioria lady's dead, your trail's run dry, hasn't it?
There are other options.
Like what?
Rochelle Colombo, I require that you access Fiora Laporta's travel logs.
I'm never gonna get used to the way you speak. I can give them a lookup, but I just want you to know I'm not writing a report.
I will submit an application and report in accordance with follow-up investigation procedure. That was not as Victor as I wanted it to be. That last line. We have to get more Victor. Victor. I will submit an application and report in accordance with follow-up investigation procedure.
Sure, okay. Let's see.
Did you find something?
That's a curiosity. Come look at this.
How long do you plan on following me? Drop the act. I've had more and more eyes on me since the moment I stepped out of the hall. You people should really learn how to spy a little more subtly. What can you do? They're not from service backgrounds, and they haven't been trained for long. They're doing great for where they're at. Done pretending, Padia? As long as you don't get in my way, I don't intend on bothering you.
Serious music!
Insider was inside Spinor?
Yeah, Insider's from this event.
This guy is all trained under. I'm surprised you missed Roblox Face Man in this event.
Alright.
Look, we have our past. Let me give you a word of advice. No matter who you've seen, who's directing you, and what you plan to do, it's still not too late to pull back. Who's directing me? And who's directing you, Fiametta? Don't make an enemy of the Lateran Curia, Padia. If I said my goal was to be an enemy of the Lateran Curia, I can still act as though I never heard that. You're the same as before, aren't you? You'll protect anything and everything, just for a tiny bit of friendship. Just for what? Some hugs and snuggles? Shame I'm not who I used to be. You can act like you didn't hear, but I can't act like I didn't say it. I'm gonna fucking say it. All right, chat. While I'm oh wait, you need to straight up start a Q&A? You know what? Can I just like okay. I'm gonna fucking use I'm gonna use the bathroom and I'm gonna fucking imagine one of my friends. What a loser. Fuck you. Unlike me, the alpha male. I do things alone. I'm an alpha, maybe even a sigma. I do things alone. I'm at the top. Yeah. And there. Now, boom. Now you can ask me things while I use the bathroom. You can type out your questions, and I don't know, I'll answer. This could be fun. I'll answer when I get back from the bathroom. So, type your questions for this little Q&A. All right. Okay. It seems like the only question we have is how Skibbity is a sigma. Now, that's a very good question. Very good question, chat. How Skibbity is a sigma. I don't think any one man can answer that. I think that's a question that needs to be decided by society at large. I just don't think we can really determine that just with one man's influence. Let me just check. Let me fucking just check the time. What are we looking at? Looking at that. I'd like to finish GA4. That way we can just have one more stream and then do the rest. We'll see if that actually happens. Anyways, that's a very interesting function, the Q&A function. I'll have to consider using that more. Very interesting function.
We're almost there, Cecilia. Do you know these streets? I've seen these houses before, but there's a lot of the same houses. Did you just move here recently? Move? I don't remember moving. Huh? Sorry, Miss Rezel. Mama always took me outside at night. The roads look different in the dark. But I like to sneak peeks out the window to see what it's like outside, so I think I can do it. I'll try. It's okay, Cecilia. We'll find it. We haven't reached the place I met you yet.
Bump.
Yeah! Sorry, I was looking at the houses. I didn't see you. Aren't you that girl who fainted and went to the hospital this morning? Are you alright now? Oh, it's you. She's fine. Say, did anyone come looking for her, though? That I need to know. I stayed watch until noon, but nobody showed up. It's strange. What are her parents up to? Celia says she lives right around here. You sure you've never seen her? I definitely remember seeing such an adorable little girl. I suppose I don't need to stand around here worrying my head off anymore. Actually, when I go in to talk to the neighborhood hall isn't the worst idea. If families just move in, then they'll be sure to have records. Oh, lucky, that's Paula right there. Is our Paula over here? What's the matter? I'm running back to the hall right now, so let's walk and talk. Have we had any new households move in recently? Of course we have, but
How recently are you talking? Do you remember roughly when you moved in, Little Miss? Didn't just move. Been living here a really long time. Huh? Little lady, can I have your name? I'm Cecilia. That doesn't make sense. I've been working here for over a decade if you'd moved in a long time ago. Cecilia, do you know your mama and papa's names? Mama's name is Fioria.
5 exclamation points.
What? Fioria? The one on Via Theravatius? Doesn't Fioria live alone? Where did she get a child as big as you? But looking at you, you do bear a strong resemblance. That's odd. Illegitimate? Really? Cecilia, when you say you've been living here a long time, you mean your mama? Yes. Are you looking for your mama? Yeah, I want to find mama. Then, senor, you must be Fiora's relative or the like? Have you been fostering this girl out in the country? You brought her to see your mother? Never saw this coming. No wonder she'd always avoid any introductions. Such a grown child all this time. Excuse me, senor. You alright? Senor, whatever the proper pronunciation of that is, if it's just senor, I do not know. We just about made it while we were talking. Fiora's house is right there. Should I knock on the door for you? 7265 Via Thervadius. Huh? So you know the address then? Yes, I do. Mr. Ezel, what's wrong? The look on your face. I'm fine, Cecilia. Let's get you home for now. Come on, let's go. The name! Ever since finding Cecilia, the surprises have come so fast. So I might even ask what's your mama's name. The name. An ill mother, white-clothed executor, people in gowns? How do I tell Cecilia? Where are I taking to find her mama now?
Meanwhile.
You're a Libri. Why are you out to abduct a Sancta girl? You're a Libri? Why are you protecting a Sancta girl? I'm protecting the commandments of Laterano. Commandments? What if the Sancta's commandments ever actually applied to Libri? I mean, do you seriously believe Later and Libri are part of Laterano? What makes us not? I was born here. I grew up here. Listen, do you know what you're even saying, Padia? Of course I know. You're the one who hasn't got it straight. The Libri living in Laterano all take the Lateran commandments as guiding principles. We believe in the Lateran teachings. We see Sancta as living miracles, firearms, commandments, halos, empathy. Suppose they're all Sancta miracles, sure. But why? But do they have a single thing to do with Lateran Libri? Why do the Libri have to believe in a miracle that will never ever come to us? All of Laterano, all the Lateran Church belongs to nobody except the Sancta. Do you still not understand, Fiametta? Do you seriously believe you're a part of them?
Lemwin broken leg.
Too easy! Looks like you're not so staunch after all. Fiametta, think it over carefully. I'm begging you. I told you before, I came from Iberia. Do you know what it's like there? I can tell you a lot of Iberians are even more devout than the Laterans. But what do they get? The people of Iberia have their fantasies of Laterano, thousands of miles away. That I can understand. But why are the Lateran Libri right there within reach, and still so delighted to give their lives for this bunch of Sancta partying about in their own closed-off golden age of forever? Why, Fiametta, tell me! Tell me! You get out of the way. I'm wasting my breath, aren't I? You have your views, Padia, and I have mine. Then tell me! Explain it! Why would you rather chase something you know you'll never reach? Why aren't you willing to give even one look behind? I don't know what you're talking about. Besides the smattering of words for me, really going to change your mind? If someone's views are so easy to change, then they can't be worth that much to begin with. Get out of the way. I know you're only here to stall me, but you know you can't hold me. We both have work to do. Your companions are practically no different from any civilian. Do you want them paying the price for you? You don't, Padia. So get out of the way and save us both the effort. Now, Fiametta can't really understand Padia's perspective because Padia is not only coming from Iberia outside of it, but she is just like a normal Libri. Fiametta is about as like nepo baby of like as a Libri can be, given she got adopted by an apostolic knight. Whereas most Libri are not like... Most are not treated the same as Sancta. Most are a little bit, you know... Most are treated a bit worse.
They're allowed to be in Laterano, but they are treated worse. And Fiametta doesn't really understand that because she's in a position where she got adopted by a Sancta and gets basically treated like a Sancta. So she doesn't understand where Patti is coming from as someone not from Laterano who did not get adopted by an Apostolic Knight. It's not necessarily like it's some kind of like mass discrimination, huge mistreatment thing. They're not fully in the everything. No, it's first of all they're not in that at all. That stuff will never come for them. And the fact that a lot of these things that are highly valued in the culture of Laterano and the culture of the Sancta, they can never match. They can never be a part of. Like they're clearly, there's clearly things they can't do. You can't be an Apostolic Knight. It seems like working for the Notarial Hall outside of Fiametta, and again being Apostolic Knight outside of Fiametta, there's clear limits to the society. There's places where they're not allowed, where there's heights they just can't reach. It's not like, oh, this is like the worst discrimination ever. This isn't like the infected in Ursa's get rounded all around up and put in camps. This isn't that. But there's no doubt in the hierarchy of Laterano, the Sancta are above.
We're home, Cecilia. I don't have the key. I can't get in. Mr. Ezel, are you really okay? Do you feel bad? You've been looking down for a while. I'm fine. Let me get the door open. Door opening sound. Why did the lady just now say you actually knew our address? Cecilia, do you recognize this firearm? Is this Mama's guardian gun? Mr. Ezel, why do you have Mama's gun? I'm sorry, Cecilia. Sorry for what? I don't really understand. You know where Mama is, don't you? Yes, I do. I'm sorry, Cecilia. Sorry. I don't know why I'm apologizing either. Sorry. Cecilia, your mother passed away. She's not here anymore. If she's not here, where is she then? What does passed away mean? I remember this morning Mama said she was going somewhere and she couldn't take me with her. Did you go there with her, Mr. Ezel? Can you take me there too? Just once, just for a little bit? I won't be selfish, and I'll listen to Mama, and I won't stay there. I say I won't leave, so, can you let me see Mama one more time? I haven't said goodbye to her yet.
Oh, what's happening? Why is she crying, Ezel? Just what'd you do to a poor little girl?
Who are you? Hold on, that uniform, you're a legatus?
Very sharp eyes, Senor Ezel. By the order of His Holiness the Pope, I'm here to take Cecilia to the Basilica. Whoops, forgot to introduce myself. My name's Orin Argniolas. If you want to check my identity, no harm in using your regulation terminal from the hall there. Oh no, forgot that too. You turned it off, didn't you?
How'd you find this place then?
Senor Ezel, you underestimate a legatus. You thought your movements would be hard to track? Or did you think you were so thorough you left zero trace along the way?
Your Excellency, if you're going to take Cecilia away, can I at least ask you a few questions first?
You're very funny, senor. You think I have to answer what you ask? But I'm not a cruel man. So shoot, I'm just a man who wishes to be spanked a little.
Just who is Cecilia? Was she born a fallen angel?
Colorful imagination, Ezel, but it's not as mysterious as you think. Cecilia's mixed blood, and that's all.
What? That's not possible. The Sancta's mixed blood child can't be a Sancta. There are very few cases of Sancta mixing blood with other races, but it's not rare enough to alarm the Lateran Curia.
You know the reason perfectly well, then. Offspring of Sancta and other races don't become Sancta. Sancta and a feline child turns out a feline. Sancta and a forte child turns out a forte. Sancta offspring don't get their halo and wings of light when they say their first word, and they can't empathetically sense other Sancta. To put it simply, they won't have any of the Sancta's distinguishing features without exception. That's the generally accepted wisdom anyways.
Cecilia is an exception. She's a Sancta who shouldn't have turned out as one.
My second question is,
should Cecilia be taken to the Basilica, should Cecilia be taken to the Basilica, how will the Lateran Curia treat her? My goodness. I don't know. Don't give me that look, Ezel. I was gonna lie to you, I'd feed you a much kinder one. No problem. But the reality is what you see. Cecilia's an exception. I couldn't tell you how the Pope's gonna handle this. But this Holy Father of ours, I don't know what impression of him you have, but well, at least if I'm given to understand, he's not known to use extreme methods. Look how cute Cecilia is. How hard-hearted would someone have to be to harm her, right? Third question. I cannot entirely trust your answers. I wish to accompany Cecilia to the Basilica. Is that a question? Sorry, but that's one question you'll have to forgive my answer on. Orin, what are you doing here? Given the color, I'm gonna guess that's Anduin. Orin, what's your stupid ass doing here? What the fuck, bro? Oh, that's not him. That's not Anduin. That should instead be... Orin, what are you doing here? Oh, Fiametta! Seems like you're in a bit of a mess. None of your business. No need to get worked up. Care to sit down for a cup of tea? Enough of your jokes. Why are you here? Mastema never mentioned you were our support. Well, Velev didn't give me an official order either. And personally, I'm more than willing to help, yeah? Mastema says there's another group after this little girl, and you've already run into them. Is that right? More or less. After I heard from the Notarial Hall that Ezel cut his signal, I figured you might get intercepted. If you were to get caught up by the enemy, we'd end up losing the girl, no? I don't know why Mastema isn't here to help you, but if she's pinned down, I figure I'll be doing her a favor. After all, it's not every day I get the opportunity to have the two of you in my debt. A few hopeless stragglers can't stop me. A cautious crew sails for 10,000 years, Fiametta. Velev's gonna have a hold over you at this rate. Oh, that's the Anise proverb. In other words, safety is born out of caution. Or being a complete fucking pussy. Now that's a Colombian proverb. Stop trying to show off, Orin. You're so fucking annoying when you talk like that. I'm not kidding. I at least got to express my goodwill. The rest is up to you. Or do you perhaps need me to escort you? My sweet Fiametta. No need. Goodbye, Orin. Fuck off. Executor Ezel, hand over the girl. Give me the child. It is in your best interest to comply. Your name is Fiametta, right? Senor Fiametta, I have a request. I'm loading my gun. Let's hear it then. No sudden movements. There's no telling how I might react. I know it was suspicious of me to go against Rochelle's or Rochelle? It could be either. Rochelle's orders and turn off my terminal, but believe me, I haven't betrayed Laterano. The reason I didn't follow the Hall's exact orders was because I didn't want anything to happen to Cecilia, and I made a promise to her. And how is that my problem? If they kill the child, that's no sweat off my back. No skin off my back. Please, just let me accompany you to the Basilica with Cecilia. If the Lateran Curia wants an explanation for this situation, wouldn't it be more convenient to have me around? You're getting ahead of yourself if you think you'll be able to influence how the Curia will handle this situation. You'll want to disabuse yourself of that. Going one step further, if you're thinking you could take the girl away if you don't like what the Lateran Curia plans to do with her, not gonna happen. Not in your wildest dreams. I wouldn't dare. I'm well aware of the Basilica's gun knights. I'm a Lateran executor after all. I was concerned before because I didn't know what was happening with Cecilia. Or exactly who was after her. Now that I understand, I will comply with your arrangements. Alright. Your name is Cecilia. Can you walk? Cecilia, I can carry you if you're too tired. I'll carry her, you're too slow. Mr. Ezel, don't worry, everything will be okay. Everything's gonna be chill. You're not gonna get murdered. Definitely, probably, maybe. Executor Ezel Pastore went to 7265 via Thera Vedas in Pegasus Bonus this morning to verify an identity, record a will, and retrieve a patron firearm. Around noon, Ezel appeared in Sedona Central Hospital, taking in an 8-year-old Sancta girl and departing in an unusual manner.
The resident of 7265 Euthermus Pagus Devonus Feoria Laporta died of illness this morning, and the body was moved to the Ecclesia Requitum. Only one individual is registered to the address, and the Census Pagus also records only one individual residing there. An investigation of 20 years of maintenance records at the address revealed that a basement had been added 7 years ago, with contractor documents indicating that the space would be for storage. This is a file photo of Fioria Laporta and surveillance footage of the girl that Ezel took to the hospital. You must have already reached a conclusion about where the girl came from. Additionally, according to the report submitted by Ezel this morning, Fioria Laporta did not leave a will or an advance directive. The reason is quite clear. She hoped to avoid contact with the Notarial Hall. It is reasonable to infer that Fioria Laporta knew her time was short and sought to secure a future for her daughter. It is currently impossible to determine whether Ezel is the object of Fioria Laporta's entrustment, but based on Ezel's background, the probability is low. Combined with the information sent back by Fiametta, the more likely trustee should be astray. Mastema, is this the reason you stayed behind in the Basilica?
Just temporarily. Don't be so uptight, Vel. Cream puff? Would you like a cream puff? Serious business.
Ooh, luckily we went for the more conservative option. It would have been awkward if Fiametta walked in on me getting rid of the Notarial Hall's men. Enough of your excuses. I'd avoid saying too much to that executor. If I were you, Cecilia's already on the guide's side. That's just one executor, Padia.
You just haven't gotten so out of hand that I need to get personally involved. Plus, I think that executor's concerns are simple enough. He found the pity within him to cause his heart to waver, and he couldn't bear to see such as we all go suffer. Now that we understand him, it's only a matter of time until he comes over. No violence necessary. If only Fiametta hadn't shown up so soon. That's to say it's your fault for not stopping Fiametta, Padia.
Tisk tisk, always being trash. Just kidding. I do take pity on that one's luck. What was a little odd thing is now very complicated. That's what happens when you get ahead of yourself. Is this true, a trial given to us by the great and mighty Lateran? Are you a believer again? A true believer wouldn't say something like that. Those sorts who treat hardships as trials, they all turn into a blessing from fate. There are quite a lot of believers like that around. The two of you, aren't there? I'd take them over the self-serving sancta like you any day. So what's the plan now? Once Cecilia gets the Basilica, is she going to come out again? Do we have some way to take her? One step at a time, Padia. If we're talking about not wanting Cecilia to step 1 foot in the Basilica, I'm even less inclined than you. But we haven't played all our cards, have we? Go tail Fiametta, but not too closely. What about you? I've got plenty on my plate. Just found out that someone's looking for me too. Popularity isn't all it's made out to be, you know. Don't go inviting trouble for me.
Meanwhile, back with the boys.
You see the same picture constantly, honestly? The pictures are different on the side. Like the little portraits are different. It's the ones that they'd have in games. Like here's smiley one, here's like neutral one.
But when they're talking to themselves, like he's on his phone, it's just like, yeah, it's him. It doesn't have like Padia. He's just talking to himself on the phone. Alright, looks like the next clue of the chain is clear. What do you plan to do? I will go to him. Even though I have no doubts about your strength, you're dealing with a well-connected legatus. It'd look pretty bad if you make something out of nothing.
He's involved in this incident. We have to look into this precisely because he's involved, right?
Sometimes I envy the way you see things. What if he doesn't know anything?
We need to investigate to be clear.
That's true. In any case, the fact that Legas is involved is at all warrants looking into. What I didn't expect is that Theoria,
an ordinary and reclusive sancta, would provide us with so many leads. An undocumented girl, a legatus, and a sarkaz.
You're leaving? Not even gonna say goodbye? Well, alright then, now that you're gone. Don't blame me, Oren. I can't stop Federico. I'll put in a report for you. That's about all I can do. Dirty, stinky sarcasm. As if he was just talking to a real one himself. Sometimes I speak into the mirror just so I can hear what a real one gotta say.
She's asleep. She's exhausted. You mentioned that you made her a promise. What was it? That I'd help her find her mother? Her mother? Wait, didn't Massima say in the message that her mother is? Yes, dead. Saw the body with my own eyes in the back of the Ecclesia Requiem's hearse. Then why'd you promise her that? I didn't know at the time. And then? Did you tell her? I did, but at her age, I'm not so sure she understands the concept of passing on, or death. Must have been tough for you. And don't look so upset. I don't think the Pope will treat the girl too harshly. Her name is Cecilia, Senor Fiammetta. Just Fiammetta is fine. Miss Fiammetta.
Once again, not just Fiammetta.
Miss Fiammetta, I was thinking, after Cecilia goes to the Basilica, will she ever come out again? I can't promise you anything, but the way I see things, all else aside, she has a halo. That makes her a Sancta. And when dealing with a Sancta, I'll almost obey the commandments, be it the Lateran Curia or the Notarial Hall. At least that's what I believe. Even if she's undocumented. Is that really the main issue here? Who knows? Might be possible to get her registered retroactively. But there's something wrong with Cecilia's halo. I'm not entirely sure how serious this whole mixed blood Sancta issue gets, but at least the Legatus implied that Cecilia would be fine. A lot of foreign envoys have been gathering in Laterano lately, right? His Holiness has been preparing a major summit.
He only appears starting FedEx event. Is a Sancta, is it, there's a discussing thing that also somehow is a Sancta? Isn't in this event, right? He appears, oh yeah, the blue one. I don't think the blue one's here. Maybe a little. Maybe she shows up a little, but I don't think she did. Maybe it's a little, but I don't think so. I think it's just in the FedEx event. I think it's just FedEx.
Sounds like you've really thought this one through. Coming from the other angle, what would the Lateran Curia do to prevent this from happening? Miss Fiammetta, I don't know if I should even be thinking about these things, but I can't just not think. You'll have to pardon me for being blunt, but what's the point of worrying about all this? Is there any part of it you can actually control? If you know that Cecilia is in danger, then you should also understand that for Cecilia, the Basilica is the safest place.
When people say, like, what's the point of worrying about this thing that you can't control? Like, realistically, it's like, that doesn't mean that I'm just gonna stop worrying about this thing that I can't control. Just because I can't control doesn't instantly mean I'm gonna stop worrying about it.
Sorry, I fell asleep. Did we wake you? No, I just... Hazel? Is that your stomach growling? Want me to buy you a donut, Cecilia? A donut? Okay. Thank you, Mr. Hazel. Don't worry, I'll go for it. I need a break. My arms are sore from carrying her around. There's no way I can handle her long term, alright? But don't do anything stupid, Hazel. Got my eye on you. You still don't trust me? Oh, and turn on your terminal. You're not allowed to have it off. Yeah, I know. Mr. Hazel, that lady was so mean to you before. I'm scared.
Don't worry, Cecilia. She's just like this. Women, am I right?
Mr. Hazel, can I go see Mama? Can I even say goodbye to her? Well, we need to take you somewhere else first so you can be safe. As for your Mama, I'll tell you about her later. Let me think about it first. Is that okay, Cecilia? Do you hear that? Hear what? Someone is singing. Let's see. Oh, you're right.
Seems to be coming from the cotton candy cart. I'm surprised you could hear it all with all the noise on the street. You have really good hearing, Cecilia.
It's because I recognize that song. Mama taught it to me. I can't go off on my own, right?
It's okay. We can't go over there, but I can get the cotton candy cart to come over here.
Excuse me. Hola, amigos. Is someone calling us?
Hum, hum, hum. Hum, hum, hum. You really like that song, don't you? Hey, there really is someone hailing us. Let's head over there. If we can't get any info, well, let's at least make some money. Alrighty. Hello. Oh, hello, little girl. Would you like some cotton candy? Yeah. We'll get 2, or actually 3 sticks. This flavor here, this one here, and then the swirl. Is that all right?
Oh, is he fucking getting one for Fia too? Leave no one out.
No problem. 3 sticks, coming right up. Excuse me, what's the name of the song you were singing earlier? Mama taught me the same song, but never told me what it's called. Your mama taught you this song? Excuse me, The cotton candy's coming out. Oh, I'm very sorry. Just give me a moment. Hold on. The compartment's about to overflow. Let me help you. Sorry. Your hat's caught. Oh no, rip. Wait, don't get the wrong idea. She's a Capricorn, yeah? Horns. They have horns. Oh no, Cecilia, you choked. You blew it for her. I mean, either way, she's fucked anyways because she has pointy ears. Capricorn don't have pointy ears. Sarcasts are one of the races that can. Miss, your horns look just like Papa's. Are you also a Sarcast? Put it back on. I am little Missy. You've got it all wrong. A Sarcast infiltrating Laterano? Are you also after Cecilia? What happened, Ezel? Miss Fiametta, this particular individual is a Sarcast.
There's another sentence that I dare not say.
Guess we have no choice now that it's come to this.
Everybody, get out of here!
You've got guts, I'll give you that. They're trying to run. Not on my watch. I'll cover you. Run! Interesting. A pair of blocking attack for a Sarcast. Neither of you is getting away. Ezel, you stay put. Don't you even think about it.
Does Inez have pointy ears?
I didn't think Inez had pointy ears.
Arknights, Inez. Oh, you can't see her ears. Well, so they're probably not pointy then, if they don't poke out from the hair. Like, Inez's shit just looks like Sarcast stuff because she like grinds her horns down to look like Sarcast horns.
Ezel, you stay put. Don't you even think about no funny business. I know the terminal's on, Miss Fiametta. Trust me, all I care about is ensuring Cecilia's safety. Change of plans. You can't stay here. Take Cecilia to the Basilica right now. It's more dangerous for us to stay in the open like this. Let's go, Cecilia. Huh? Are we going to the big statue? This is the wrong way. We're taking a little detour. What's a detour? It means we're going somewhere else right now. The Ecclesia Requitem.
Sarcast, I plan to ask Miss Fiametta for a favor after we reach the Basilica. To have a high-ranking executor look after her, or the pontifical cohorts to protect her, and confirm that Cecilia poses no threat to Laterano. Let's see your metaphor one more time before she's interred. But a Sarcast. If Cecilia's father is a Sarcast, then she should also be a Sarcast. And yet she still has a halo. I might be dreaming. Cecilia wants nothing more. Cecilia wants nothing more than a reception, but she's a Sarcast. How can a Sarcast with the halo be allowed to leave the Basilica? Even if the worst doesn't befall her, how would she ever be allowed to leave? Even if this gets me expelled from the Notarial Hall, I have to try. I must bring Cecilia to the Ecclesia Requitem, at least to let her say goodbye.
Meanwhile, you can't run. She's gaining on us. Oh, she's gaining on us, Scoob. What zoinks? What do we do, Shaggy? What do we do? We can't shake her. This is all my fault. The leader's not gonna let us get away. Run, I'll hold her off. But hurry! Oh, he's here. Stand back. I am here, my children. Stand back. It's me, cool guy. The music remains. Angeline. You're not getting away! Show yourself right now!
I said horns, not ears. Let's say that. Yeah, no. Like the ears I was talking about were pointy.
I truly cannot understand why His Holiness would adopt such a hands-off attitude towards the Astray. You tell me, Mastema, since the two of you are so well acquainted. Not gonna talk about that with you. That's awfully petty of you. I managed to keep him from killing me, only for you to very nearly do me in. Hard to forget something like that. And that's the reason you always wear a hat in front of me? Doesn't it get uncomfortable?
I've been a Legata for this long already. It's just a hat. As for you, you should probably let sleeping be sly.
Do you resent me, Mastema?
Laterano has always needed the Lateran Curia to keep things going. That's always rubbed some people the wrong way, so I don't really care.
I think we have a little misunderstanding. That few fallen angels remain in the church has nothing to do with the church itself, but rather the sanctity nature of those fallen angels. My attitude may be a bit peculiar, but do you not deem yourself an aberration?
Considering the way you're talking to me, aren't you afraid I'll become one of those regular fallen angels?
If that was a possibility, I wouldn't be talking to you that way in the first place.
Fine, let's talk business first. When's Fiammetta getting transferred? Nothing good's gonna come out of her sticking to me.
Shouldn't you be asking her instead?
Brought it up before. No good.
And you think I'd have a better shot?
Looks to me like the convenient part of power is you get to ignore what other people want.
There's a price to be paid for that, so let's hear it. Why do you want Fiammetta transferred?
She said she was my escort. You guys not curious as to what needs escorting? Of course, there are some who think that she's a warden or jailer to a fallen angel like me. And they don't know the first thing about Fiammetta. I'm just the bait she's using to get at Anduin.
I'm sure she'd be terribly hurt if she heard you say that.
No, that's true. Alright, I'll try saying it another way. The bait is the lock and key I'm carrying on my back.
And? What's wrong with letting Fiammetta do as she pleases? If she can get rid of Anduin or even capture him and bring him back to the Basilica, I'd be very pleased. Or are you saying that even the two of you together can't catch Anduin?
Indeed, we cannot. His life body just slips right out of your grasp if you try to grab him.
As long as Anduin is still fixated on the lock and key, he can't escape, but let me think. What if Anduin has already found another path? It really sucks as I've moved on, Lemwood's moved on, maybe even Anduin's moved on, but Fiammetta is still trapped in that rainy night 8 years ago. There's no way I could bring that up with Fiammetta. And it's times like these where I start to miss that good old empathy. Oh wait, Fiammetta's a Libri anyway, it wouldn't do me any good.
This conversation sure brings me back. What, are you here to share the wisdom of one who has walked that path? If you allow me to exercise my authority as an elder. By all means.
Fiammetta just has to let bygones be bygones? Yeah. It's, well, like, it gets, like, explained later, but she feels like she has to almost, like, carry on the anger and everything for what happened because Lemwin and Mostama don't. Because they're like, nah, I've moved on, it's fine. Even with, like, Mostama falling, Lemwin haven't been in a wheelchair for, like, years, like, after it. They've kind of moved past it, and she almost feels like she has to keep the anger for them.
Do you remember what you said to me 8 years ago?
I don't want to ruin the moment we're having, but sorry, Your Holiness, I can't say that I do. It was no, I still have things to do and people to protect. It was no, I still have things to do and people to protect.
Veliv's umbrella's oppression of me is making my skin crawl. You weren't willing to let me choose for you, so why now do you need to choose for Fiammetta? Each must find her own path, she must find it and then traverse it. Well, this is my same answer to you.
Yippee! We're in the fields! We're almost there, Cecilia. I'm sorry I'm so slow, Miss Rezel. The sun's about to go behind the mountain. You're doing a great job. Even though we can't use public transit, we're almost off the plate. If I were as strong as Miss Fiammetta, you wouldn't have to work so hard. It's okay. Actually, Mama took me out here once and we went somewhere far, far away from home. Just like here. Won't Miss Fiammetta find out that we sneaked here?
If she's only looking for my terminal signal, hopefully that'll buy me a little bit of time.
The important thing is that we're here. Is this where Mama went? Cecilia, I've been thinking about how to explain this to you for a long time. Fiora, your Mama, is here, but she's also not. I have no way of letting you see your Mom again, but at least you'll be able to say goodbye to her here. Mr. Razzle, I don't think I get what you're saying. If she's here, but she's also not, does that mean she went somewhere else? Where did she go? Let's head in first. Before my father passed away, he always hoped there would be nothing but smiles at his funeral, that we'd see no tears, but if I may, I believe what your esteemed father truly wished for was for you to not fall into grief over his passing, whether through tears or laughter. If that is your way of sending him off, then I'm sure he will gladly accept your sentiments. Thank you, Senora Prioris. Allow me to accompany you to around the flower fields outside. Mr. Ezel, that lady also said her father passed away. Yes, people who pass away all come here. People who are alive come to send them off, and after that, they carry on the wishes of the person who passed away and continue on with life. And what about the people who passed away? What do they do? Maybe they're watching us from high up in the sky? So we won't be able to see them again because they went into the sky? Cecilia, this is for you. This is Mama's guardian gun? Yes. My mom and Papa were both executors for the Notarial Hall. Didn't see them much when I was little. And it was my Nono who raised me. Nono really loved his gun. He told me stories about his younger days every time he polished it. He told me about the battles he fought, his friends, how he met my Nonna, and the embarrassing things my Papa did as a kid. When I saw my Nono's gun, I would think back to the stories he told me. Later, my Nono passed away. I was only a little older than you are now. I lost where I was. Oh, there it is. An executor from the Notarial Hall came and took away his guardian gun. That's like how I was supposed to take away your mama's gun.
Ezel slowly crouches and places Feoria's gun in Cecilia's hand. She lowers her head and looks at her mother's patron firearm. Change of music. Ezel gently holds Cecilia's hand. Warm drops of water fall into the embossed floral pattern to firearm, collecting into a little pool in the young girl's palms.
Mr. Ezel, why am I crying? I watered the plants in the backyard every week, just like my Nono had taught me. When they blossomed, I was very happy and called for him to come and see. But it was only when I called for him that I realized he wasn't there anymore. I would never see my Nono again, or his gun. Death is the last goodbye you'll ever say to someone. But to say goodbye is to overcome death. For there to be a goodbye, the living must move forward while the dead stay behind. A goodbye is the longing that the living have for the dead. It is proof that the dead lived. And that is why we must say goodbye.
I forgot how fucking real the end of GA3 got. Talking about your dead loved ones and everything. I forgot how real those sections got. Let's see. As meanwhile, back with the girlies having their dessert party.
You look horrible. Did you pull an all-nighter? He's back. I saw it. And it could have been anyone else. That light. It was Andowine's arts. Ah, so that's why you vanished in a puff of smoke yesterday afternoon. He came to you directly, though? He wasn't there for me. When I was bringing the mixed blood girl back to the Basilica, I bumped into a Sarkaz. A Sarkaz? Now of all times? And in broad daylight on the streets of Laterano, too? That's right. I went after the Sarkaz and told Ezel to take the girl back to the Basilica. I chased the Sarkaz all the way to the edge of Pagus Faber, but Andowine covered her with his arts and she got away. As for Ezel, I thought he had made it to the Basilica by the evening, but he never made it. This is his terminal. It was stuck to the bottom of a vehicle transporting envoys. Are trainee kids a good enough actor to fool you? I doubt he was acting. Though it's true that I don't understand why he did it. Maybe Andowine kidnapped him too? Fiametta, I think you really ought to calm down a little. I'm calm! I'm calmer than I've been in the last 8 years! I'm fucking calm!
These two kiss, by the way, never! Sorry, Mastema, I'm claiming the spicy chicken for myself. You'll have to find someone else to have a goofy back and forth banter with.
But none of you ever told me what happened the day after I left.
The people lied to me. That oh yeah. No, there's no Fiametta. There's no Fiametta Mastema. There's no Fiametta Mastema. You know, sex scene. There was going to be a Fiametta pegging Andowine scene, but that one got scrapped too. So there's just no there aren't any sex scenes in Guiding Ahead. Yeah. Yo, unfortunate. Could have been big.
It was a simple mop-up mission, and it went so much better than we expected. All I did was answer a call for backup. I left the rest of you for 4 hours, and by the time I got back to the ruins, it was all too late. I've told you everything I could. What exactly did he get from the lock and key that gave him the nerve to do that to Lemwin? I would tell you if I could, but I don't know myself. Fiametta, this is Laterano, the Lateran Basilica. We aren't running around ruins in the wilds of Casdell anymore. You need to get some rest, Fiametta. How about I help you apply for some leave? If you don't use your annual leave, it just expires. Are you serious? The conference is in 2 days. The Inway brought a Sarkaz here to Laterano to kidnap a mixed-blood Sancta girl. He might have even attacked an executor. I really let my guard down this time. The Sarkaz clearly knew her way around Pegasus Faber. They must have infiltrated Laterano a long time ago. What is that maniac planning this time? I'm serious, calm down. The old man's already heard about the Astray, and so has Veliv. I was working in the Basilica yesterday, too. Not that I like to think of meetings as work. In any case, Laterano is really not in as much danger as you think. Anduin's just a Sancta. He's not a monster with 6 eyes and 4 arms. If you really want to take him out, go lie down for 2 hours. We'll talk to Lemwin after that. Looks like you're not completely out of it just yet. Hello, it's back to me, Anduin. How is it going, fellas? Lateran Nation, how are we feeling? Did you get enough rest last night? I'm very well rested. Thank you for taking us in, senor. The Ecclesia Requitem's doors are always open, as long as you don't find it too depressing. After all, both the living and the dead visit this place. Given the circumstances, we're fortunate enough to have a roof over our heads. Speaking of which, where is Cecilia? The girl you brought with you? The sisters told me that she slept very well last night. She must have been exhausted. She's had a long day. Mr. Enzo, Mr. Friar, good morning! Good morning, Cecilia. You're full of energy today. Yeah, we have stuff to do. I asked Mr. Friar to help me with something. He told me that there is a ceremony for the family of the dead to say their goodbyes. I want to say goodbye to Mama. We will hold a funeral for Miss Fioria. I see, a funeral. It's both a way to pay the dead our respects and for us to find closure. I'll help you, Cecilia. Allow me to thank you again, senor. No, not at all. It's my honor, actually. There's nothing more beautiful than finding the courage to take that step forward. She's still young, and already she is saying farewell to a loved one. Not many grown men can handle this journey she's about to take. No, it's the fucking sarcasm. May I come in? Oh, it's you at last. Please come in. She's here. It's the singing cotton candy lady. You. But you just.
It's just a meme, Nick. Sit down.
Put your gun down. Put your gun down. This is a heartfelt reunion. It is no different from the countless emotional meetings that have taken place across the land. I knew it. It's you. Cotton candy lady, I didn't get to talk to you yesterday. I actually really wanted you, but I don't know why everyone started to fight. Your horns look just like Papa's. So pretty.
No, horns are ugly. Boo. Fuck the sarcasm.
I wish I had horns like Papa's too. I'm jealous. Really? But your halo is very pretty. It's so bright that I sometimes can't sleep at night. It helps me read storybooks, though. Cotton candy lady, are you from the same place as Papa? Why can't Papa live in this city? Why aren't there other Sarkaz in Laterano? Oh, my name is Cecilia. Hello, Cecilia. Call me Rosella. Friar, why is there a Sarkaz here? Sarkaz? No Sarkaz ever been allowed to set foot in our holy Lateran city. But then, what is Cecilia? Let's go. Give them some space. What are you people trying to accomplish? We're only seeking our path forward.
Good morning, guide. Salutations, guide.
May God bless you and keep you, guide.
They call you their guide? I don't presume to be any sort of guide or leader. You may call me by my name, Anduin. If being a leader helps my brothers and sisters feel at ease and points them in a direction, then I'm willing to serve as their guide. That's all. I hope that's all it is.
I know what you're thinking. The mastermind of a heretical cult lurking in the shadows of Laterano to lead its citizens astray. A man plotting a shocking conspiracy during this important conference that the city spent so much time to prepare.
No, we only wish to throw open the doors to those who are rejected, harmed, insulted, and desecrated. The Ecclesia Requitem will open its doors to them all. But both you and I are angels. They are not. The sacred cathedrals and churches of the Sancta have no place for them. Look at this old man. The Ursus hammering away at the coffin. He lost his family, his friends, his land, and his home during the war. What does he have to rely on, to believe in? Where can he find comfort and salvation?
You really fit in Laterano, don't you? I could.
I've got to practice for seducing Fiametta. I've got to practice for spicy chicken.
After a long journey, he made his way here to Laterano, the land of peace and radiance he heard about from passing travelers. What did this place offer him? How did the glorious Lateran city treat this foreigner, who had long been a toy of fate's cruelty? See the Capernaum woman, watering the herbs? She was branded a whore and a blasphemer for offending a noble, only barely escaping her home when it was set alight. All she wanted was peace and quiet, or fate would allow her a bit of luxury. A brief moment of leisure and joy every now and then. Do you think the saints in the Basilica will think her their sister? To these men and women, our glorious Lateran citizens might perhaps offer them a sympathetic smile, perhaps even passionately hear their woes, maybe even open up their wallets to show their kindness and virtue. Yet to the Sancta, all of this will always be somebody else's problem. As for the Sarkaz, the cursed devils, the crafty devils, the devils have never had a choice. Our hatred of them has lasted thousands of years, for as long as history books go back. Sancta and the Sarkaz have been slaughtering one another. The origin of this conflict is long gone. Our mutual hatred has become common sense. Father and son slay father and son. Sisters murder sisters. The Sarkaz attack Sancta caravans for sport, while the Sancta shoot their Sarkaz enemies through the chest with their greatest pride. We are only ever concerned with how we see them. Yet we are never interested in how they see us. Vengeance for vengeance grew into custom. Those customs eventually became tradition. But if you are willing to spend the night with them under the same roof, you will find that their joys and sorrows are no different from ours. They rejoice when reunited, they weep when one passes, they tease their friends, and they grow bashful when they fall in love. Some of them love drink, others love song, some of them even choose to dedicate their lives to their faith. How are they any different from us?
Yeah. I mean, it's very much the, like, what is it, like, exposure is, like, the biggest enemy of, like, bigotry or some... It's, like, a phrase that has that, like, connotation. It just means that, like, the more you're exposed to other people and people who are different from you, the more you understand that we're much more similar than we actually are different.
At the end of the day, we are all just people. We are all just motherfuckers. Doing our thing.
In Laterano, even the most devout Liberi friars who carefully follow the church's teachings, who dutifully carry out their tasks in each ceremony, even those who are made saints and created cardinals, the church has never truly accepted them. The Liberi are only there to lend a helping hand. They are tools to be used in the church's day-to-day affairs. They don't have halos, which means they aren't chosen. They aren't sancta. Laterano is a place of peace and beauty, a place full of joy and laughter, and only we are deserving of this grace. What you're saying is apostasy. Young executor, let me ask you why. Why are the Sancta the only ones allowed happiness? You know who Cecilia is. We've known for years. She's the child of a Sancta and a Sarkaz. If grace actually existed, she would be it. So you're trying to kidnap Cecilia now because of the conference? We are not concerned with the conference at all. We came to take Cecilia now because as a child, she should be by her mother's side. And as soon as we are done with what we came here for, we will leave Laterano. What are you trying to accomplish? You seem very tense. First things first, we must hold a funeral for Cecilia's mother. Do you see that place up ahead with all the flowers? That's where the gravesite is. Tomorrow, that's where Fioria will be buried. If all are equal when they pass, then so should they be when they live.
That's a banger quote.
That's a banger. That's a banger. That's like a write that shit down. That's a write that shit down. If all are equal when they pass, then so should they be when they live. That's a banger. Alright, it is time to get back to being Victor. Come out. Executor Federico, Your Excellency, if I may ask, did you provide the Sarkas with a path to infiltrate Laterano? If indeed you did, I would be required to take you into the relevant tribunal of the Lateran Curia for questioning. Why must things be so difficult between us? I suggest you cooperate with the Notarial Hall. Should you resist arrest, regulations stipulate that I can and will temporarily suspend your rights as a Lateran citizen. How exactly do you explain this encounter of ours with canon laws and teaching? Should we interpret it as a test? Or does it mean that we've lost our way? Or perhaps losing our way is part of the test? Sound effects? Okay, well, they're not playing. It is clear that you are resisting arrest. Unfortunately, this encounter will not be resolved peacefully.
Well, like a kind of chill guy. Yeah.
He is the anti-racist. That is the thing with Andoline, is that he is the anti-racist.
Tell me more! Oh, be careful with the candle. Don't get burnt. Oh, I can't mess up the shape. It won't look pretty. I need to make it look nicer. For Mama. Alright, I've told you a lot already. It's all boring adventures in the same old day-to-day life. As for Castle and the legends, it's kind of embarrassing to say, but none of us have ever been. Castle is the home to the Sarkas, like what Laterano is to the Sancta, right? It's the Sarkas' homeland. Everyone's gonna be happy, right? There are concave food shows, right? Game tours too. And lots of happy Sarkas on the street. Oh, I was saying hi to each other.
It's the anti-racist boss of the event. Yeah, you know, I knew the game might be from China, you know. Meh.
Maybe. It could be like that one day. Why don't we talk about you instead, Cecilia? What are your papa and mama like? I don't actually know. I haven't seen Papa that many times. Every time we went with him, Mama did a lot of work to prepare, and we always left at night. We walked very far to the forest. We met him in the forest, and he wore a big cape, like he hurried to us from somewhere far away. I don't actually remember what he looks like very well, but I remember his horns. They're black and straight, and they twinkle bright under the moonlight. He took me by the hand and walked around the forest. He told me the names of the trees and how old they were. It gets very quiet at night outside the city. You don't even hear foul beasts, but I was never scared. He grabbed my hand so tight it kind of hurt, but I didn't say anything. Every time we saw each other, he looked like he was even happier than I was, and he also looked a little nervous.
Yeah, surely Castle's a great place. Surely. What a wonderful location. I'm sure the healthcare and the education systems are flourishing right now.
When I got tired, Mama would carry me on her back and take me home. When I looked back, Papa would be there under the big tree. He kept looking at us. Even after we got very far away, he would still stand there. Your Mama and Papa are both wonderful people. Mama's amazing. She knows how to do everything. Look, this is Mama's guardian gun.
Well, stop waving around the gun.
Mama said that Papa couldn't beat her in a fight if he tried. She always let Papa win. But I know Papa's really amazing too. Haha, Cecilia. When I say wonderful, probably doesn't mean the same thing as you mean by amazing. Really? I'm sure Mama and Papa are both wonderful and amazing. Mama never told me how she met Papa though. Every time I asked her, she'd start talking about something else. Why didn't she want to tell me? When you're still a kid, there are a lot of other more important things. Do you like watching tea brew? When I was your age, I loved looking at brewing tea. The water would get darker and darker by the second. Rosella, the way you're talking about something else now is just like Mama. I may look like I don't know a lot, but actually I know a little, not a lot. I am quite stupid. I ran all around the city yesterday, but I didn't see any Sarkas besides you. Sarkas aren't supposed to come to Laterano, are they? That's why Mama and Papa shouldn't be together. But no, I mean, there's somebody who doesn't want him to be with Mama, right? No, there's no such thing as two people who should be together. All this will change. It won't be too long from now. It will happen. Love isn't a crime. I understand. That's why we're here. And when that day comes, can I walk around Laterano all I want? Of course. I don't have to hide in my room anymore. I can visit all the candy stores in Laterano one at a time. Just once? You can go as many times as you want. Wow, I want that day to come soon. I want to grow up
Soon. I mean, you know, don't get too excited, Cecilia. This is as we're getting ready for us. Oh, this is a very solidly written event thus far. I've very much enjoyed coming back to it. This is our last chapter for the day. This is about the halfway point. And I've got to, you know, eat lunch, do my fucking college assignments, and such.
Right, maybe if you grow up soon it'll just... No, Cecilia, there's no hurry. When I was your age, I also thought that growing up would solve everything. When I finally grew up... Growing up is very, very tough, Cecilia, and it'll be even harder for you. The burden that you'll carry on your shoulders... No, never mind. You're still a kid. Let's not think about that. Even though everyone grows up... Right, we don't have a choice but to grow up. Rosella, who had been smiling the whole time, suddenly seems somewhat lonely all of a sudden. She looks out the chapel's windows of the graveyard outside. It's full of blooming flowers, and in the distance, a tall statue in the center of the Lateran city makes a faint impression. She starts humming a song, sorrowful but with a hint of hope. Oh, that song. You hummed it yesterday, too. When Mama taught me that song, she said she didn't know the words anymore, so she always just sang it with la-la-las. But I really like how it sounds. What's the song actually about? This is a sarcasm song. It's about a hero who's about to go on a journey to do something really amazing. And that's why everyone sang this song to say their goodbyes and send him on his way, hoping he'll come back safely. The hero of the song is going somewhere far away to fulfill his dreams. It may be a long, long journey, but he will surely, certainly... Mr. Izzle! Mr. Friar! What are you chatting about? Good day, guide. Nothing important. Just old stories about the sarcasm and a few trivial topics. I'm having fun! I've never talked to someone so long! Mr. Izzle, did you pick these flowers? Yes, I thought we could extract the flowers' fragrance and give the candles a little scent. Fragrance can help guide the departed in the right direction. That's so nice! Thanks, Mr. Izzle! Actually, I'm a little scared. When I have to say goodbye to Mom at the funeral, that's gonna be the last goodbye, right? Does that mean does that really mean I can't see her anymore? Not even on holidays? Not even once in a long while like Papa? Even if I just want her to pat my head? Even if... There's still a story about an angel and a burden beast that she hasn't finished telling me? Cecilia. Tonight's the last time, Cecilia. I'll stay with you in your mama's room tonight, okay? All of us will be there. You won't be alone. A Sarkaz watching over a sancta child and her mother. The candlelight may be feeble, but it too can light up the path to the other side. Back to the girlies! It was getting a little too sad. Back to the girlies! Yippee! Lemwin, we're here to see you. We brought you some dessert. A fruit tart I swiped from the basilica. Welcome! By the way, that cactus looks disgusting. That's our girl, Lemwin. You got fine eyes. Did you two really miss me so much that you have to visit every day? We could come see you every hour if that's what you want. Casdell in place in the same sentence? What the hell? Burn it! Trying to curry favor? Where are you, Mastama? And you, Fiametta. That's a terrible smile if I've ever seen one. Did something happen? It's Anduin. You ran into him? We encountered a Sarkaz who infiltrated Laterano, and when I was chasing her, I saw his Originium arts firsthand. I see. It's good that you aren't hurt. Lemwin, are you sure you're okay here? This is a normal hospital, Iffy. He's paid me a visit already. What did you just... A silence descends upon the room. Lemwin looks at the flowers on the table. The way you two talk about him is like you're talking about a picnic you had over the weekend. Lemon, I'm not mad about you, but whenever we talk about him, you and Mastama too, each and every time, whenever I bring it up, you two always have the same look. Whenever I see the expression on your face, it makes me think, maybe it wasn't him who went crazy that day, that I lost my mind. We felt it, is all. You're Sancta Hive Mind again? Fine, you felt what he felt. Why'd you point your gun at him then? That has nothing to do with this. It didn't matter how out of it he was. Couldn't let him take the lock and key. What about after that? You fell because of him. Does that not bother you? Lemon, it was his arts that put you in this hospital. You fell into a coma for 5 whole years. Does that not bother you? Fiametta, he was just being a little silly, girly. Calm down. trust me, I'm on your side. It's just that I could really feel I don't want to hear that word anymore. Do you think I'm mad about all this for no good reason? Of course not. I understand. Right, of course, all of you understand. I am the only one who doesn't. Hey, Fiametta. Yeah. Fiametta, come on. Shimmer and Vigil. You want me to bash your face in? Listen to me. I've got something to say to you, Mastema. Oh yeah, this CG. I'm done with you stinking Sancta already. Your empathy, the way you understand each other, I don't want to hear any of it. Those halos fry your angel brains. You and Lemon almost died in those ruins. Why aren't you angry? Why aren't you mad? Why am I the only one? The only one who's mad. Don't give me that arrogant smile, that nothing matters attitude. You had to leave Laterano and drift all across the world and bum out in the boonies. Whose fault do you think that was? I followed you all the way to Victoria, to Lythonian, to Sargon, Yan. What do you think that was for? You, Lemwin, Anduin, our team? There was a time when we trusted each other. What kind of god almighty reason does he have anyway? What gave him the right to betray our trust? And what gave you two the right to understand him? Why should I have to understand him? Do you know how much I miss those days? All those times we finished a mission after those close calls. All those times Lemwood took us out to drinks. All those times we tried our new dessert shop. Even those times he fixed our reports. What gave him the right to ruin it all? Those days... Those days... Man, mean a lot to me. I understand. Feet, Lateran irises. They grow only in the central garden of Saint Marcel, the Sunset Chapel, and the Ecclesia Requiem in Stavonis. Yeah. Come on, we'll go together. You're my warden, better make sure I'm not hurt on the job. I'm gonna kick your sorry ass in a minute, Mastema. I swear to God. I do like this CG. Also, is Fiametta that short? Is she that much shorter than Mastema? Is she like a nearly head shorter than her? It doesn't seem like they're on steps or there's anything that would like naturally give the height, or she's like on a knee or something. Either way, yep, that's GA5 before. Oh,
that was entertaining. That was fun.
We'll have to finish this up. We'll have to finish this up later. I'm not sure when exactly. I'm not sure like when exactly I'll finish this up, because the Enfield beta test comes out on the 7th, so on Sunday most likely we're gonna be streaming the Enfield beta test. Should they not just suddenly take away my access, which please don't do that, HG. I'd really prefer if you didn't do that. Should they not do that, that's probably what we're going to be doing next Sunday. Will be that. So there's something to look forward to. And yep, glad everybody showed up. Glad everybody seems to have enjoyed themselves. Glad some people seem to have stayed for the ride, stayed for the long haul. But yeah, I'll Fia's 171. Yeah. Mastema is 170. Yeah, okay, there's something going on here then. There's something going on here then. There's some maybe she's on a knee or something. Yeah. I'm taller than Fia. And Mastema's the same height as Dorothy. Interesting. They're both 170. Anyways, thank you everybody for showing up. Enjoy the little outro little segment, and I'll see you guys next Sunday with Enfield Beta, probably.